Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. How is everybody? How is everybody doing? Yes, we are having quite the systematic downfall of these pictures over here that I have to go through. Happy Woo Woo Wednesday and first day of Mercury retrograde. Hello. So how is everybody? Today we are going to be doing a free one card pull, and of course our drawing and our giveaway, as we've been doing the past, I don't even know how long at this point, it's been a minute. And also I have kind of an announcement of something kind of fun and extra that I'm going to be doing between the week of after Christmas and before New Year's. I'm very excited. Hello everybody. So I guess we'll wait a few minutes just because we have, well, YouTube likes to lie to me about how many people are here because I see at least how many, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they're telling me there's 3 people here. So I don't know, YouTube. I think you're miscalculating. If that's anything, earlier it was weird because the video had 2 likes, then it went down to 1 like, then it had 4 likes, then it went down to 1 like. I'm like, what is happening right now? Are we shifting timelines that quickly? Hi, everybody. Let's see who's here. We have Andrea. We have Junking Data Girl, Brandy Lynn, Kirsten, Crazy Tempest. Tanya's here. Nellie, Michelle Lynn. Hello, everybody. So, yeah, I just want to tell you guys my announcement, but like, I'm gonna wait for enough people to get here. I'm gonna be doing a poll in this right now before we get into any kind of readings or one card pulls. I'm going to do a poll, not a poll, but a P-O-L-L, poll. Not that kind of poll, like stripper poll, but like, you know what I'm saying. I think we can still hopefully do a poll. Let's see, start a poll. Okay. So would you rather? This is going to be, oh my gosh, I just want to say it. Let's see. Do I wait or do I just go? Do I just say it? We have, let's see, 6 people here now, even though I think it's closer to 10 or 11 at this point. But so let me just tell you my idea, and then we'll do the poll as to how we go about doing my idea. How does that sound? Do it. Tanya's like, do it. Checks planner. Yep, Mercury went retrograde today. Sure did. Yes, that is so true. Oh, hi, Amber. Welcome. Okay, so big announcement. I mean, maybe it's big, maybe it's just me thinking it's big because I've never done anything like this before. It's not that exciting, but like, kind of. I don't know. I think it's going to be fun. I'm hoping it's going to be fun. Anyway, what it is, let me get to the point. So I'm thinking of one thing I used to do on my Pick a Card channel is I would do 3 piles and we'd break down the whole next year, kind of at the end of the previous year. Say, 2022 going into 2023, and I do a what you can expect for 2023 reading, and then we'd, deep dive. I'm thinking of doing something similar, but I'll be doing my own personal card pulls for every month of 2024, and I'm inviting you, those of you that have your own tarot deck or want to participate, for you to also participate with me, either live or on a replay, and pull your own cards for your month. I even thought about making printables and everything because that's something I could pretty easily do. But I was kind of brainstorming with a friend of mine, and I'm like, I don't know if I made a printable. I mean, it's just going to be by month. Some people need a lot more space, to write about what the card means or what they think it means, or if they want to journal about certain things they know are happening each month. And so I don't want to just narrow it down as a little piece, like a little section of a paper for each month or anything. So I'm going to just say you can get a big poster board or a dry erase board. You can do a notebook. You can do a binder. You can do this however you want. And all you need to do to participate is to bring a pen, whatever other medium that you want to record your findings, and a tarot deck of any kind. And we'll just be going through together kind of as a fun thing. And those that are present can ask questions, or if they're like, "Ooh, what is this tarot? I got this tarot card for February. What does it mean?" If you have questions, you can ask. Of course, those on the replay maybe could possibly ask in the comments. I could get back to you in that. But I just thought, because I always do this just for myself personally, before every New Year starts. So I thought it'd be fun, instead of just doing it in private, just for my own whatever, that I would do it with you guys or whoever would be interested, and we could all kind of do along together. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? So that all being said, with that announcement, the poll would be, should we host, or let's see, how do I word this? Should we do the 2024 tarot, I don't know, what would I even call it? Tarot card poll? I don't know. Tarot event? Ooh, let's do that. Tarot event on dot. Is it going to be on YouTube live stream? Sorry, I have a cord underneath my thing, and that's why this is moving all over the place. It's not hideous for live stream. Live stream, or should we do it on Zoom? I have the paid version of Zoom, so we can have up to, I don't know, 300 participants. I don't see it getting anywhere near that. But this is something I actually had planned and had in my notes to do on Patreon for my patrons last year. Or was it the year before, or was it both? I can't quite recall, but I know for sure it was probably last year. But just I got so busy that I dropped the ball, and I never even brought it up to my patrons that, hey, you guys want to do this as kind of a fun thing. So that's going to be our poll. You guys can vote which way you would rather have this event. So I will let you guys decide. You here right now get to decide, how are we having this event? Is it going to be on a Zoom or a YouTube live stream? And either way, it's going to be free. I'm not charging for this. It's just going to be fun hangout time. It's fun stuff. So, oh, you guys are saying it sounds excited. Yay, or exciting. Yay. I'm glad. I'm glad you're here for it. Oh, wow, 300, right? I don't think we need that many participants, but yes. And for those of you just joining us, I'm going to be hosting the week between Christmas and New Year's a 2024 tarot event. And by that, I mean, I will be pulling a card for each of the 12 months for 2024 for myself. And it may be more than one card. Like, if you know me personally, anytime I get the Two of Swords or the Four of Pentacles, I like to pull a clarifier, just because those, to me, the Two of Swords deals with confusion or, lack of focus sometimes. And the Four of Pentacles is the most, just to me personally, maybe not to other people, but for me personally, it's just the most spectrumed card. Like, it could be one end of a spectrum or another, upright or reverse. Like, it's so vast. Like, the meaning could be vastly different. So I always will pull a clarifier. So certain other cards, I'm like, ooh, what does this star card mean? Or what does this mean? Yeah. Oh, it won't load for you. Oh no. But the thing is, regardless of how we end up doing this, I will also then post this event to this channel as something anyone who can't make it at the time that we're scheduling it for can at least watch the replay or have access to the replay, so that they can, do their own 2024 plan as well, if you want to. I know this won't interest everybody, and those of you that don't have a tarot deck, I mean, you can just watch and hang out, or get a tarot deck, or I think it's freetarotreadings.net or something like that. But I think they only use the major arcana cards, which, I mean, I guess that you could still map yourself out some, monthly readings with that. But yeah. And I'm thinking personally in my own tarot journaling for this event, and just for me personally, I'm going to be including my personal year number. So I'm a life path number 7. And in 2024, my personal year will be a 4. So sorry, my nose itches. Ooh, good. Lucky. Lucky. Oh, New Age Store has online tarot pulls. Okay, there we go. So something like that, maybe find something like that if you don't have your own tarot deck in person. Yeah. So this can be fun. And even if you're someone who gets a lot of readings, but you don't yourself know what all the tarot cards mean or don't want to learn, you could go somewhere online like that and just do this. And then like, oh, I got the Six of Swords. I don't really know what that means. So you can Google Six of Swords meaning in your love, your career, your whatever, and kind of get the gist of what that might mean for you. And of course, if we're doing this live, if you're there live and you have a question, I can always, fill in, what I know on the subject if you need help. But yeah, I just thought this would be fun because it's something I'm going to do anyway. And I usually spend about an hour and a half just really just diving in and really writing out what I'm getting for each month of the year. And looking back year after year, these things are just so accurate. And I'm always like, there's no way that's going to happen that month. And then it does. I'm just like, whoa. You'd think me of all people would start to, after a while, just know this is going to work out. And I'm still amazed myself and just shocked when things line up. It's just crazy. So that's my big announcement, I guess. And it looks like most of you are wanting this on YouTube live stream. I kind of thought maybe Zoom, just because that way, other people could hop on there and ask questions or kind of talk about what they're doing or whatever. But I want to do this also for you guys. So whatever you guys want to do, that's what we're gonna do. But if we do it on YouTube live stream, just like what we're doing here now, I mean, I could still answer questions from the chat. It's just you guys would not be on it, if that makes sense. But, there are people out there that don't want to be on someone's Zoom screen and then be uploaded to YouTube. So I get it. All right. And we will leave, we will leave this going for a little while here. So we've got 8 votes the last 5 minutes. So I'll probably leave that up just long enough that we can get whoever decides to pop in here for the free 1-card poll can also vote in our poll. Thank you. That would be awesome. I'm pretty sure at this point, though, YouTube live stream is going to be the winner, the big winner here. Yes. So I'm not sure exactly what time. I'm thinking it's going to have to be in the evening just because I am doing a lot of stuff for my writing group. I'm outlining, I guess, book 1 so that the new member and the old members, they read this book chapter by chapter by chapter over the course of 4 years. That's how long it took me to get everything out to them. So I'm giving them a crash course from start to finish, chapter by chapter outline of the main points and some of the points that I know are going to be important in book 2. I'm including those. I'm already almost at 19,000 words of this little outline, and I'm not even done. So I still have 3 chapters left to put in there, and I'm just like, why can't I condense things? But I don't know. I want them to give me the best feedback they can for book 2 without having to ask, well, in book 1, what happened with this again? I can't remember. I want them to be up to speed before jumping into book 2 in January for my critique stuff. So there's where I am with that. And I'm probably going to have to do the Zoom event or the live stream event for the tarot, 2024 tarot, whatever we're calling it, in the evening because of that. So, Brandy Lynn has to be back. She's trying her PC to answer the poll and the words aren't showing. Oh no. All right. So, I currently believe, I think my Patreon is still closed right now. Oh, good. Oh yeah. Awesome. Brandy Lynn. Yeah. You're going to be reading all of the book at some point anyway. So it's so bad because I wrote the book in first person past tense and the outline is in third person past, present, future. I mean, it's in every tense because I'm just trying to get the words out. I'm like, the tense is all over the place. What am I doing? So it's a hot mess, but I think people can get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Hopefully, yeah. I would love to do one on Patreon, but man, Patreon has been a bit back burner since, was it February of last year? Or was it this year? Oh man, see, I don't even remember. I think it was this year. Yeah. Yes, yes. A lot of people who have like a YouTube channel or something, they'll start Patreon as kind of the thing that can help support their main gig or their main platform. But Patreon basically, time-wise, became my main platform, but it wasn't really bringing in the money to actually support what I was doing, like, on the side on YouTube. So I was just like, I don't know. I wished I could make it all happen, because if you have 10 patrons or 1,000,000 patrons, the workload is the same. You still will do the same amount of work unless you're mailing physical items out. But like the type of Patreon setup I had, it was just a monthly fee for what I was offering, and I could offer the same amount and make $3,000 a month, or what I was making closer to 200 a month, spending about 25 hours a month, which doesn't sound like a lot of time, but for $200 a month, 25 hours, it just didn't, I love, and it's not why I'm doing everything, it's for the money, but you guys understand that have tried to do something, that there has to be the energy exchange of, after a while, or you just do burnout. It's just, that's what happened with the pick a card stuff. It was just way too draining for the energy exchange that was being given. So I had something had to give, and I had to give that up. So oh man, if I could have continued my tarot channel and the money was coming in because of that, that'd have been awesome. But it's just not how reality is. So that's that on that. Yeah, it looks like we still have 8 votes, so I might end the poll very soon. But we are going to do a free 1-card poll for everybody who wants one. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Kristen is asking where we want to do the stream. First option. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. The question is for Kirsten, where we're doing this Zoom event. And for those just joining us, because we have a few people here, more people number-wise than were here earlier. So I want to do a live event for free for those that are interested, where I'm just pulling all of my personal cards for each month of 2024 and inviting you, those of you that have your own tarot deck and want to participate for your own gain. This is just for you. Kind of like people who have they write together, or they have like productivity sprints, like they kind of do things together. Or I know another thing people do, they'll like scrapbook together, even though they're all focused kind of on their own project. But like just doing it like on a Zoom or something with other people around is just more fun than just doing it on your own, something like that. That's kind of the thing we're doing. And then for those of you that have never done anything like this might give you an idea that, oh, I might want to do this for myself. And you can either do it right along with us, especially those of you that will have like the foreknowledge that, oh, it's on this time on this date. It's going to be between Christmas and New Year's, some day that week. And I'm just going to be pulling my personal cards for each month of 2024. And yes, I'll share them with you guys, because that's kind of the point, as the example round, or the example of what we're doing here. And then, of course, you guys pulling your own cards, you will most likely get different cards than me for every month, which, because we're all different people, right? But I think it'd be interesting to do with at least a handful of people or more, just to see if there's some general collective energies between, like, if a whole bunch of people like get the star card for February or something. Like, it'd just be interesting to see what everybody gets, and if there's overlap, if everybody gets something different. Like, I'm just personally curious, like, to see what you guys would get. Yeah, it'd be fun to read cards together, right? Yeah, reading work group. Yeah, and there's even like people on BookTube that will just host reading sprints, where they'll set the timer for, say, 20 minutes, and everybody will read whatever book it is they're reading, and then they'll take a 5-minute break and just kind of touch base with everybody. Like, oh, anything exciting happened in your book? Oh, whatever. But the same thing happens in the writing community here on YouTube. They call them writing sprints, where everybody will just pull up their manuscript and write for whatever timed period, and then they'll take a 5-minute break, and everybody will, maybe share how many words they got in that amount of time. Maybe not what the words were, but how many words you got, stuff like that. It acts as just this boost to something you probably would have to do anyway, but it's just more fun with friends, or at least that camaraderie of other people. Yeah, I think it's fun. But anyway, let's get into a free 1-card pull for those that want it. And this is the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards. And I've had this deck a while. I haven't used it. I've used it personally here and there, but I don't think I've ever used it on the live. So it'll probably be new to you, at least on my live stream. So let's see. Let's put an 888 in the chat if you want me to pull you a card. And we're very orange today, are we not? Are we not? Orange is definitely not a color I ever wear or gravitate toward, but there's just something about this shirt when I saw it. I'm a sucker for like blue and white, black and white stripes. I love blue and white, black and white stripes. But then I saw the pop of orange and I'm like, I probably can't pull that off, but like, hey, I'll throw a pair of overalls over it and we'll just see. And I'm actually kind of digging it. I feel a bit like I should be out hunting or something with the hunter orange, but like, I don't know, it's kind of fun. And then I got my 21 Pilots Ned. This is actually, I ordered this patch before we went to the concert in Denver. We took the kids, and I just ironed these on, but it's peeling off, so I got to get some fabric glue to get that back on there. But yeah, I will wear this one every once in a while, but usually it's with like black on black on black because I wear a lot of black. But today I'm like, let's incorporate some color into our lives. All right, we got some 888s out, so let's pull some cards for you lovely, lovely people. And yes, I will keep you guys posted as to, I might even do a poll on my community tab on this channel, asking you guys what day and time, or what, maybe one poll will be what day works best for everybody. And then after we figure that out, we'll ask what time. Again, I'm trying to keep, there are people in India that are just starting their day right about now. I think it's about 8 a.m. over there, maybe 7 a.m. right now. So I'm trying to keep in mind that we do have international viewers, and for those that want to be here live for it. But of course, this is something you can also do upon the replay, or when you do have time, if that doesn't fit your schedule or you have something else planned that night. Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? Oh my gosh, I love that joke. Knock, knock, who's there? Orange. Or no, banana. Knock, knock, who's there? Banana, banana, banana. Something like that. I cannot remember the whole of the joke, but yeah. Orange. Oh, orange who? Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? Yeah, that's it. All right, so let's see who was the first 888. And we have Amber 9 in. Okay. Amber, let's get your card. Ooh. I have a lot going on here, but bones for casting. So divination. So this just is about divining for answers. More orange. Look at this. We're just oranging it up over here. I do feel like I also need to pull this second one that was right under it. Ooh, purge. I love that. So this feels like you're using divination to know what energies, maybe physical items, things that you're just purging or kind of decluttering, removing from your life. But using your divination skills to determine what it is you are releasing or letting go of, Amber. All right, let's get Brandy Lynn a card. Get these ones put back. Brandy Lynn. Ooh, you also get 2. So maybe we're just setting a theme. Let's just pull 2 cards for everybody tonight. And it kind of tells a story. So we have stone people with knowing and insects with support. So it's very interesting. It's like you're knowing where to go to find proper support for whatever it is. If this is mine and your kind of critique partner situation, something like that. But also just having a strong knowing with the people that are supportive in your life and maybe the people that aren't so supportive. And just knowing where you're placing boundaries for yourself, just getting a clear boundary with this, especially like I'm hearing like stonewalling certain people. And something that was just very eye-opening. I think her channel's called The Thought Spot, and I've been watching her a lot lately just with the like late diagnosed female autism stuff that I personally struggle with as well. Gained a lot of insight from her, and she's only like 26, but I look up to her so much, even though I'm older, you know. But one thing she said was boundaries aren't something that you know, have in place on other people. They're not you telling other people what to do. They are you telling other people how you will show up or where your boundary is. You know, it's again not about them. It's about you and your energy. It's not something you're placing upon them or making them do. It's about you and your energy, which I just thought was like, why didn't that like click in my brain that, you know, when you think that you have to place a boundary that it's going to hurt someone. I mean, maybe it will, but like it's not on you. It's about your personal space. So I'm kind of getting this idea as well for you, Brandulin, about certain people, like maybe even just you trying to set a boundary and then feeling bad and kind of going back on that boundary in some capacity. All right, Tanya, let's get Tanya's cards. All right, we got one. Ooh, crystals with amplification. I love it. And the other card is lower world with past. Ooh. So it looks to me, Tanya, like you might be clearing some, and this doesn't feel like physical stuff. This feels more like emotional or just past resentments, past wounds. You're actually clearing using certain crystals. And to me, I'm getting like the vibe of hematite. And, you know, hematite, you know, heme, blood, it's a very tied, it's like a great stone if you have any kind of blood disorder. But it's also a really great stone if you know someone is sending crap toward you energetically. It's a stone that can just send that crap right back. Return to sender. So I don't know if you're dealing with even, and it doesn't even feel like there's any person specifically that's doing this. It's just energetically, there's just past stuff that you're just done with and you're ready to return it to sender kind of after way well after the fact. And that's something you can do with crystals. Okay. So that was Tanya's message. Let's get one for Jessica Lynn. Well, two for Jessica Lynn. Okay, there's the first one. And the second one. Ooh, you have fire with passion and journey with imagination. So this is really an exciting message here, Jessica Lynn. You're just having this reignited passion with something that feels very creative. And this also is like not just about your imagination, but like a journey that you're going on, or maybe plans that you have. And even if there's no really big, exciting plans that you have for your future or anything you can think of right now, this might just be the opportunity to sit down and really think about, if I could go anywhere, if I could do anything, like what would it be? And just really allow yourself to start daydreaming and just reigniting that passion for life. And you might even be using your imagination to find a new way forward in something where you felt blocked, or you're like, well, this feels kind of like the end of the road with this. And you're really just using your imagination to brainstorm new ways forward for yourself, which is very exciting. All right. Let's get Cha-Cha a message. And I saw, Cha-Cha, that you won that drawing the other day. So I'm glad you found your message. But Cha-Cha, we have here east with emergence. So it's like the sun is rising from the east. It's emerging. So there's something like sun energy in the tarot is like something very joyful that is about to come into that eastern horizon and start rising into your awareness, which is very exciting. Let's see if we can get more information about what this is for Cha-Cha. Ooh, your passion, your creativity, just this motivation to move forward in something, whatever that something is. Again, I'm feeling like a fresh or renewed energy here. So there might be some clearing of old energy, either physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. You're ready to clean the slate on something and allow that fresh new energy and joy and happiness to rise into your life. And with that will come this renewed sense of passion for this new stuff, new energy. All right, so that was Cha-Cha's message. And we got Michelle Lynn. Oops, let me scroll back down. We've got quite the jump here in the chat. Okay, Michelle Lynn, my dear. Let's get Michelle Lynn a card. Ooh, that one wants to come out. And this one. Okay. So we have here medicine mask with authenticity and crystals with amplification. So you guys know my love of crystals, and I know many of you yourselves also really enjoy crystals. This to me feels, Michelle, that you maybe carrying some crystals around in your bra or your pocket or your purse or wherever to bring confidence or just help you really when, especially in social situations, when you're at work, when you're just not feeling 100% comfortable with who you're with or where you're at. Um, Certain crystals, and I would just say use your intuition for whichever crystals to help you be your authentic self when you're in certain situations. And one thing that I tuned into very many years ago is if you feel like you're one version of yourself with your friends, one version of yourself with your grandma, another version of yourself with your teachers, another version of yourself with customers, like that kind of shows that each person that we become in front of these people is truly not authentically us, or it wouldn't be different all the time. But the more you can bring into alignment all the different versions of yourself when you're with your grandma, your coworkers, your friends, and you can be almost just the same version of yourself with all these people, that's how you know you're being authentic. So that might just be a message, something to journal about authenticity. But I really see you being able to feel more authentic, and you just really allow that light to shine, and people are really drawn or attracted to your energy coming up. All right, very cool. Banana Anna S. Let's get you a card, my dear. Well, 2 cards. We're doing 2 cards. All right, so we have North with Solitude. I'm hearing North Star. Obviously, the North Star is lit up there as well. So this to me feels like North Node energy, destiny. And then we have Feathers with Restoration. What a beautiful combo here. I love these cards. So cool. So what I'm seeing is you're having this like restored like passion to go toward your North Node. So Banana Anna S, if you don't know what your North Node is in astrology, it would be important to know what that is and start to go in that direction. I'll just use myself as a personal example. My North Node is in the 9th house, almost like 4 degrees from my moon. So I have this just desire or draw or forward path to learn all the philosophies and lots of stuff about spirituality and eventually publish a book. I've been publishing a lot of videos, here and there through the years. But that's just my own personal, North Node point and destiny. My mind is always up in my destiny with my moon very close by in the same house. But with this, I'm really seeing you just feeling this restored or renewed hope to go in a direction that feels good to you. But that all being said, you also probably have the best time tuning into this energy when you are on your own with the solitude of this North card here. So when you have a lot of loud, boisterous people around, that can be really fun and great. Even if you are someone who's very extroverted, that's all fun and good. But when you really want to get to the nitty-gritty of your spirit, it's when you're alone that you can really hear that voice even stronger than when you're with a whole bunch of other people. All right. Nellie, let's get Nellie a card. All right. So also, I don't think we have any donations yet. I could be wrong though. No, we do not. So we might be going right into the giveaway after this. So Nellie, we have the Death card with transmutation. Ooh, no, transmigration. Interesting. So the word migration is really standing out here. So I don't know if you're planning to move or make a move. Maybe it's more figurative than literal. But death is like a transformational card, transformational energy. And Nellie also got the fire. Ooh, so there might be a death process coming to certain projects or ideas that you had. But this is actually good news because it's going to make way for passion, inspiration, motivation for something that feels much bigger, much greater, that feels more in alignment with who you are now. Because some of your past projects or current projects or project might feel very tied to a past version of yourself, and you're almost going through the motions with something right now that you're just kind of like, do I even want this anymore? Is this even exciting to me anymore? And the answer is probably no. If this is not the case yet, or you can't really think about what this might be referring to, this still might be, I'm seeing between now and January, there's a big shift to something that you were all in on for a while, and now you're kind of starting to pull back from it. but you're getting, as a result of you pulling that energy back and freeing up that energy, you make way for something that feels much more in alignment with who you are now and where you're going in the future. All right. Anyone else just joining us wants a card or two, put an 888 in the chat and I will take care of you. Hey, that rhymed. All right. Dragonflies and butterflies. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Anything? Wait, do you do anything before or when you use cards, or first time you do anything special? You can, but you don't have to. Yeah, it's a personal choice how you connect your cards. Like back in the day, like we're talking when I not very first, but like I would say before I started my channel, I would take a deck that I had just gotten or, didn't feel very connected to quite yet, and I would actually sleep with it under my pillow. Just not like I had to touch it or anything or read the guidebook right away, but I would just sleep with it under my pillow for a few nights, and then, here and there I would look through the cards, and I still do that every single time I get a deck, but I don't really sleep with the decks anymore. At this point, oh my gosh, I have so many that I don't know. It would probably feel like, I don't know, weird. But it's like the second you just spend time, set the intention that the cards, you're connecting your subconscious, your spirit to whatever these cards can do to serve you or whoever it is you're reading for. Because, this is just like a pen or a ruler or a hammer. It's a tool. It's a tool to get the information that you need from your spirit or your subconscious mind, or, for somebody else, for their energy. And like any tool, you want to maybe, if you're wielding a hammer at your construction site, you want to know how to wield that hammer in a good way. Same for when you're reading cards, you want to be able to, connect to them in whatever way. And everybody's going to connect differently from someone else. Yeah. So, oh, your North Node is in Sag. Oh, that's cool. So very ninth house energy, like what we were talking about with mine being in the ninth house. That's still Sagittarius energy. Mine's technically in Gemini, but hey, yes. Very cool. So yeah, you do have this like fervent, like excitement and sometimes even desperation to know the mysteries of life and to really tune into your spiritual side, which is very cool. All right, let's see. Yeah, spending time with your cards, shuffling them. Yeah, absolutely, Amber. Great suggestions. Yes. Anyone else? Oh, we have Rosie here and Amber A. So let's get Rosie's cards. Rosie's cards. Rosie. We have, the insects card with support as well. And middle world with the present moment. So Rosie, this is just doing a personal inventory of who in your life feels like a support system, or, what things in your home, what relationships, what systems that you have in place feel like they are supporting your highest good right now in the present moment. And if anything feels out of alignment with that, this might just be doing some housekeeping and some homework to brush up on the things that don't feel like they're supporting you. One example coming to my awareness for you, Rosie, would be, maybe you have this system of organization in your closet, but maybe you've made some purchases and haven't brought out some items that you brought a bunch of new stuff in, haven't brought some of the old stuff out. So this could just be a time to kind of reset that closet, pull everything out, dust it out, sweep it out, wash the walls, just really make it shine again. And then only put in things that, maybe you're trying on a lot of stuff to make sure it fits. Put in the stuff that fits, put in the stuff that makes you feel good, and anything that doesn't fall into alignment with that. And this doesn't just have to be your closet. This could be any example under the sun, but that's just what's coming to my awareness for you. This could be a spice cupboard. This could be a pantry, getting rid of the expired or the things that you're not going to utilize. And of course, if it's not expired and you're not going to use it, you can always donate that to a food pantry or women's shelters, homeless shelters. These places would definitely take that stuff. So sometimes you doing an inventory of the things that just aren't serving you anymore could actually serve somebody else. But then, of course, we all will have these moments where like, oh, I'm not gonna give someone this holy stained up thing that, I wore so many times that it could probably crawl out of the house by itself. We can take that item and just toss it. So that's mostly the message coming through for you, Rosie. All right, Amber A. Let's get Amber A a card. And we have here Vision Quest with Seek. So there's something you are going in search of. Feels like information to me. And we have the Dreamweaver with Accessibility. And I actually really love this combination because you are almost having this like Vision Quest experience in your dream state. What a powerful combination here. Wow. Wow, Amber A, this is cool. So you have greater access very soon, if not already. Maybe you've been having some really wacky dreams. And even if you don't know what is going on here or what this means or what it's about, your subconscious is still storing this information, and I almost said energy. So it's almost like you're getting downloads and like physical upgrades are going on as you're sleeping right now, which is very cool. But you are able to access that which you seek. So if you have a question you want an answer to, just kind of ask your subconscious or the universe or whatever it is you want to connect into when you're sleeping. Ask that question before you fall asleep, and you just may wake up with the answer. Very cool combination here. Wow. I love that. All right. Hello, everybody that's just joining us. But yes, that is it for our free one card poll. But let's see. Oh, we got one for. Oh, I see. I have jumped. Never mind. We've got Kirsten and Kashvi as well. Yes, hello, everybody. You're so welcome, Nelly. Absolutely. Let's get Kirsten's card. I didn't see, my chat jumped and I didn't see the remaining ones there. So we got 1 and 2 for Kashvi. Oh, we have Lodge with Council and Staff with Foundations. Oh, how cool. And the Staff card with Foundations, to me, Lodge, this is like almost like a home, but it's a place, a lodge would be a place where you meet like-minded people or can discuss things with people. So this feels like a really great support for Kashvi, or she just feeling very supported, very loved, very nurtured by the people around her, which is such cool energy. And even just building this foundation and feeling in command or in control of something, at the very least herself, which is very cool. To feel like you're in control of yourself is such a good feeling that even most adults don't have. So like take that energy and run with it. But we also have with the Lodge here, Council. For Kashvi, don't be afraid to ask questions if you're confused, or to ask advice ask for advice from somebody that you trust. All right. What was that Kirsten's question? Did I mix you guys up? Oh my gosh. I think I said for Kirsten and then I gave the reading to Kashvi. Did I do that? Is that what I just did, you guys? Tell me what I did here. Because I'm like, what did Kirsten get? Let me see. Is that what? Tell me what I did. Tell me what I did. Oh, she says thank you. Okay, so let's pull some cards. Yes, that's what I did. I thought that's what I did, but I'm like, wait, what just happened? So let's pull Kirsten's cards. All right, Kirsten. But Kirsten, if you resonate with that message, you can claim it. And if Kashvi resonates with Kirsten's message, she can claim that as well. How's that sound? Wires got crossed in my brain. Right? Mercury retrograde. I'm blaming Mercury right now. Kirsten, we have Rattle with Disperse. So this is like breaking up. What I saw when I read this was like breaking up like stuck on stuff like on a pan. Like getting rid of what is just not needed. What else for Kirsten? And then Shapeshifter with Perspective. Oh, I love this. This is actually about clearing negative thoughts, or those sticky thoughts that just keep coming, especially those really negative ones. We don't mind those really positive ones that keep coming back, but that's pretty rare for most of us, for just to have these recurring on a loop positive vibes going. For pretty much all of us, those invasive thoughts are almost always negative. Almost always. I mean, think of the last time. The only time personally that I think I get these invasive, excited thoughts is when I'm looking forward to something like a trip or, a date with a friend or something like that. I'll keep getting like these quick little bursts of oh, when I go meet my friend for coffee, or oh, when we get to the beach, or whatever it is, and I get excited. But they're a lot less invasive types of thoughts than most of our negative thoughts. But what I'm getting for you, Kirsten, is a shift in your perspective where you're able to, if you have a rattle, or you could even just get some beans or some cereal and put it in a plastic container and just shake it. That could be a rattle. You don't have to go out and buy these fancy rattles on Etsy unless you really want to. I mean, there's some really cool rattles on there for shamanic work and spiritual work. You can make your own. You can go out and get little seeds from the different trees or berries. I have like a mountain ash tree, and the berries almost always will freeze on the tree before they fall off. And then in the spring, it's always fun to watch the birds eat them and get drunk. It's funny. But you could take some of those little berries or seeds, from the trees or the plants, and maybe even find yourself a very natural way to contain them and make your own rattle. But yeah, this is just about dispersing any negative perspectives or limiting beliefs for you. All right. Okay, so let's see. I've been dealing with mental health issues. So hopefully this lets you know that if you are having these invasive, intrusive thoughts, Kirsten, get your rattle out that you've either created, or, some cereal in a Tupperware, and just shake it and really tuning into the frequency of whatever negativity is coming in, and just seeing it almost disperse. Like, I keep seeing those like 80s and 90s commercials for like Dawn dish soap, where they'll soak this grease soaked pan in like Dawn dish soap water, and all these like almost like a lava lamp, these like grease bubbles just start dissipating, dispersing off the pan, and just kind of soaking, or like kind of shooting up into the water. Anyone remember those from like the 90s? I think they probably still have those commercials. I just don't see them often. I don't watch live TV very much, so I don't really see those commercials. I see whatever YouTube decides to throw at me, those kind of ads. But that's what I'm seeing, is you being able to just get those really sticky, stuck on, greasy thoughts, just to get them to shake off. And I'm hearing shake, rattle, and roll. So maybe even doing some dancing with your rattle. Very fun. All right. So it looks like we did have a few donations come in. So don't go anywhere, those of you that want to participate in the giveaway and the drawing, our perpetual drawing. Look, we are getting quite the amount of names in here. Oh, Linda H just fell out into my hand. But look, I mean, they're like doubled and tripled up in here. Look at this. It's just going to keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger until I upgrade the vessel here, which might be sooner than later. But let me go check my email, take a quick drink of water. See what we got going on. We have two donations? All right. Interesting. So, Kirsten. So this is an e-check. Okay, so this is a little different than just the regular straight up deal, but we'll roll with it. So Kirsten, I don't know if you're doing the 2 1-card reads or just like a bigger read. Let me know what you want to do with that and what your question is. We'll get right into that for you. And then Cha-Cha has also donated for a question as well. Yeah, sometimes when you donate 22, I think, oh, you want a full read, but I know Kirsten sometimes wants to do like 2 shorter reads, which is totally cool. So yeah, if you wanted that, let me know. We'll get right into that for you. It's very warm in here tonight. I might turn my fan on. I don't know. It's kind of loud. 2 small reads, I figured. Awesome. I don't normally wear longer sleeves because when I start pulling cards, I get hot. It doesn't matter how cold it is. Maybe if I'm ever out in the elements and I'm just freezing my butt off, I could just start pulling cards for myself in my head and I'll really start warming up. Life hack. First question is, what kind of good news is coming to my life? I love it. All right, so we are using the Loon Day Universe Tarot, and I always forget the name of this one, so I had to read it from the box. Okay. Oh, yay! It's like the universe actually heard my pleas of how hot I am, and my fan just kicked on. It's just blowing like room temp, whatever temperature is in the system. But yeah, that feels nice. It's kind of cool. All right, so let's see for Kirsten. First question, what kind of what is, what kind of good news is coming to Kirsten's life? Tuning into Kirsten's energy, what kind of good news? Coming into her life. Ooh, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Okay, so we have our clarifier with the Four of Wands. Four Pentacles with the Five of Wands. So I always like to pull a clarifier with the Four of Pentacles because it's either someone who wants to hold very closely to their ideas, their physical money, their relationships, whatever it is, or there's someone who may be spending so much that they don't have enough left for themselves, or they're not having maybe enough money to pay the rent, that kind of thing. So something that has been stressing you out money-wise on one end of the spectrum or another, specifically with your resources. It doesn't have to be just cash money, but resources, like your living situation, these kind of things. The things that have been stressing you out, feeling like conflict, chaos, fighting possibly, are slowing down, or that energy's dying down. So it's not going to be so combative. It's going to feel more in a flow state. But let's see if we can get some further information on that for Kirsten. Anything else she needs to know about this good news of just this energy of feeling like you have to fight for every little scrap? That is shifting for you. Yes, Page of Pentacles, because there might be a new financial opportunity or a new job offer, or you're just saving money for something maybe. There's something you're going on this kind of new journey or new quest for with this energy here, and that's why things are shifting or changing, because you're making a change. You're maybe possibly taking an opportunity that's being offered to you. Yeah, it might have to do with your career, or also possibly travel or moving eventually, because the Chariot is about forward momentum or deciding to move forward with something. And I think that's why the stagnancy that can come in with the Four of Pentacles, and especially like the just kind of fight or flight kind of energy that you may be in, especially if you're having a lot of like mental health stuff going on for yourself, that can feel very jarring. Even if people aren't trying to make you mad or upset, you can still, when we're in like a low place with our mental health, we can feel like everything is a personal attack. But this Chariot is letting you know you're moving through this energy. You're not going to have to be stuck in this place mentally, physically, emotionally that you've been in for a while. You're moving out of this. And at the heart of the Chariot it's about success. So there's some success, possibly because of a new opportunity that you are taking in your life, which is very exciting. Good. That is good news. For sure, that's good news. I was told to sign up for California Psychics as a side hustle. My mom used to work for them. It was good until it wasn't. But I mean, that was what, 2008? That was so long ago that she worked there. I'm sure things are different now. But yeah, I would say that would probably be a good place to go. Heck yeah. I've even thought about that myself. Maybe not specifically them, but another one I know of. I thought, with this stuff, with my tarot stuff, I'm like, I still want to do readings for people, and it would be cool to get paid for it. I used to work as a phone psychic in the year 2000, right out of high school, but never since. Just on YouTube and, friends and family. But it pays way better than YouTube. Way better, way better. It would be, I would say go for it. I would try it. Yeah, I think they have Keen now as well. There was another one called Everclear, which my mom did sign up for that one, even though she's working for some other one. And it was crickets on that place, though. Like I don't know what it was. Yeah, there's so many different ones. The one I worked for way back in the day was called Magical Journeys. And magical was spelled like with a K. And yeah, it was, I think they're either out of business or someone bought them out. I don't think they exist as Magical Journeys anymore. And if they do, I have not heard of them in years. It's been a minute since I've heard of those ones, but yes. Okay, what's your second question, Kirsten? We're going to get right into it for you. I made myself some hot chocolate before the start of this thing. Is it even still hot? That's the question. 54 minutes in. It's lukewarm. More warm than Luke, but you know what I mean. More warm than cold. But it's getting to the bottom of the hot, what I'd consider hot. So it's warm chocolate. That's what it is. Any messages from God? I love it. All right. Any messages for Kirsten from the original source creator, God? Kirsten. Yes. Yes. Ooh, we have the Lover's card. So this is about a big decision or a choice. And also that card you got in the previous reading is the Chariot, which also is sometimes about decisions, about which way to go. So there might be a big life-changing decision you're making coming up. And I can't ignore the very obvious is God loves you message that's coming from this as well. Okay. And we also have your God loves you so much. Sending an opportunity. You're getting an opportunity. So this really just feels like an extended reading of your other one, that there's a good golden opportunity coming in. What is this? Okay, all of these wanted to come out, so we're just going to see. Okay. So, like, I put these back and I shuffled. You saw me do it. The Chariot, yet again. So we're basically getting the cards you got before, except now we also have the Wheel of Fortune. But, like, hello, that's such a great card. The Wheel of Fortune. So this, and I can't ignore the symbolism that feels very similar with the wheel and the wheels. Look at this. Yes. So this opportunity coming in is going to bring in some abundance for you. And specifically because we have this Five of Pentacles, a lot of times this person can feel left out in the cold, or you're feeling like you're being sold short, or you're not making what you should be making for the amount of effort you're putting into something. But this is changing because the Knight of Swords is coming in to sever anything that is going against the flow of the energy. Because these two, well, really these four came out together in this order that I read them in. Well, yes, this order. Was it? Well, whichever. But these two were, boom, like this. So, and this is quick moving, pretty quick moving energy here. One of, if not the fastest moving card in the deck here. So your fortune is about to shift for the better very soon, Kirsten. Yeah, could use some advice on life right now. I took a spin in my car down the hill because the weather was bad. Oh, interesting. Yeah, let's just see any other additional messages of good news coming through for Kirsten. What does she need to know about good news, or just good messages, uplifting messages? Flute with expression. Do something that's creative, even if you're not monetizing it or showing it to anybody. Just sometimes the simple fact of getting yourself in that very creative flow state, that is like you communicating with God or your own spirit. It's to me like a form of meditation. So if there is a creative endeavor that you enjoy, or something that makes you feel like you can express yourself, even if, again, if you're not sharing it with others, that's okay. Do something along those lines, because that will help anchor in this shift or this change. I'm hearing change in the wind, and now I'm hearing this song in my head, like Dust in the Wind. Do you remember that song? I can't remember who sings it, but it's from, I want to say the 80s, but it might be the early 90s. I want to say 80s though. Now I gotta know. It just bothers me. Okay, Dust in the Wind. Might be even earlier than that for all I know, but let's see. Dust in the Wind. 77. So yes, it was earlier than the 80s for sure. And this is a song by Kansas. That's right. The band Kansas. So Dust in the Wind. And the year 1977 was the year this came out. I just got chills. So I don't know if this song means something to you, or maybe something in the lyrics are going to spark something for you. Maybe listening to that song. Hey, weren't we talking about you kind of dancing with the rattle? I know it's not a very upbeat dancey song, but I don't know. There might be something to this. I got chills, and that doesn't just happen for no reason. Let's just see if we can get any other information for Kirsten before we close out this reading as well. Two more came out. So what do we have for Kirsten? We have Vision Quest with Seek and Tree People with Sustenance. So Sustenance, Tree People, this is about firm foundations. This is about longevity. This is about, being able to sustain your energy, your life force, your, home, being able to provide for yourself. And then you might be getting visions, downloads, dreams, just information, ideas coming into your, again, dreams, meditations, your thoughts about ways you can sustain yourself or about golden opportunities, using your intuition to be able to know what opportunities to take and which ones to leave behind. You love that song. I love that. Yeah, I don't hear that song often, but it once in a while will come out in people's readings for whatever reason. But yeah, I keep hearing like winds of change, and I know that has nothing to do with dust in the wind, but the word wind just sparked that song for you. But yeah, maybe even looking up winds of change. I mean, obviously it means things are shifting, things are changing, but maybe you just Googling that phrase can bring you to a random website, and then you click on a link on the side, and then before you know it, you're 4 websites deep, and you get whatever it is you need. Maybe it's an opportunity that you were looking for, or not even looking for, but it found you. I mean, you just never know. You just never know. We just never know. All right. So I hope that resonated for you, Kirsten. Thanks again for your donation. And Cha-Cha is next. Cha-Cha is next. Go ahead and post your question, Cha-Cha. We'll get right into it for you. Sounds like my kids are home from basketball practice. Wrigley's last game is Friday. And my mom will be here Friday. That's what I was going to say at the beginning, and I forgot. I may or may not be going live on Friday because I'm not sure exactly what time my mom's getting into town for Wrigley's birthday party that will be on Saturday. But she'll be here Friday. So if she's here early enough, I may not be going live Friday. This tarot deck is the Lune de El Universe. I'll just spell it out because it's a lot. Let's see. Lune de... Oh. Yes. Okay, we're going to end the poll. You guys want it as a YouTube live stream, which that works perfectly for me. I'm cool either way. So it's called the Lune de El Universe Tarot. Spelled like that. Amazon. All right. You're so welcome. Absolutely. So let's see. Cha-Cha. It's your turn, my dear. And also, I will check just to make sure. Yes, we are caught up to speed. So anyone else wanting to get their question answered today, you can either wait to try to try to win the giveaway, and then of course we'll have everybody who wants to be here during the giveaway, whenever that may be. It may be very soon. Enter you into the drawing, and then we'll pull another name from our hat. And for the drawing, you do not need to be present to win. The fact that your name is in here, we could pull it 10 live streams from now, 30 live streams from now, if we're still doing it, which we probably will be. It could be tomorrow, or no, I'm not live tomorrow, but let's see, next Wednesday's live stream or Friday's live stream if I'm able to go live. We just never know. If your name's in here and you have to miss the live stream, you don't have to be present to win. I will leave a comment with the timestamp, and your name next to the timestamp is drawing winner. So, you might miss 4 live streams in a row, and just go check those live streams out real quick just to see if your name is in the comment section under a timestamp. And if it is, that means you won, and you can go directly to your reading by clicking your timestamp and get your reading. So that's how that works. Okay, Cha-Cha. Well, I don't see Cha-Cha here, so let's go ahead and do the giveaway. How's that sound? How does that sound for everybody? Okay, I think we're going to use this fun little tarot deck that I remembered the name finally after I still couldn't find the box to it. I have since found the box, but my cousin wanted to know what it was called. It's the Heartscape Tarot that we used on Friday. Yeah. Heartscape Tarot, and it's all in like this horizontal landscape, orientation, rather than most tarot cards are like this. These are all like this. I think it's cool. And they have beautiful pictures on them. I love this deck so much. So we're going to use this one for our our giveaway, and our drawing too. But let's see. So if you're new to this and want to know how to enter how to win the giveaway, just start shouting out in the comment section or the chat section here, tarot cards. Just start naming the tarot cards, all the tarot cards. And the first person to either guess or use their intuition to figure out what tarot card I am pulling from this deck will win the reading. Yes, go ahead right now. Boom. Ooh, love it. Keep on guessing or using those intuitive muscles to try to figure out what it is. And if we're going and going and going and we're not getting it, I will narrow it down and say it's this suit or it's a major arcana or it's a court card or, you know, I'll help you get there. Little by little, we'll get there. Yes. So I'll let you guys kind of figure out what it is for a bit and then I'll start narrowing it down. All right. I never make you wait long. I usually will start narrowing it down pretty quick. Within a minute or two, usually. I'll just say someone guessed very recently here one number above what this is. So yes, it has a number and it's not a major arcana. So it's a number within a suit. This person guessed the suit, but one number above. Rosie, you got it, Rosie. It's all you, Rosie. Can you see that? 2 of Cups. Rosie won the giveaway, everybody. Yay! Yay, Rosie. You got it. And almost always, this energy here is in the reading that you ask. So you can go ahead and post your question, Rosie, for your free reading. And we will get right into that. But while Rosie's thinking of a question, and you don't have to have a question if you just want to leave it open, that's cool too. It's all up to you because you're the winner. You get to decide. It's like you're queen for a day. And while Rosie's figuring that out, everybody that wants to be entered into our drawing, and then I'll pull a name very soon here, put the number 1212 in the chat, and then I'll write your name and enter you into our drawing cup. All right, Brandy Lynn, fresh out the gate. Brandy Lynn, entered. And we'll do next, Cha-Cha. And Cha-Cha, you can also post your question for your reading that you paid for, and we will do that right after our drawing and giveaway. All right, so Cha-Cha, the junking data girl. I swear I can spell. It's just very difficult when this paper keeps moving and I'm trying to hold it down. And we got Tanya. Boom. And we have Rosie. I always forget exactly. Oh, so it's dash dot dash. YouTube. Okay, boom. And what was it? Was it Friday we had a double winner with Amber? Amber 9 in 1. The drawing and the giveaway. That was so cool. Michelle Lynn. All right, we got Michelle Lynn. And we have, that looks like all. Did I do Amber's? No, I did not. How did I skip Amber? Let me add Amber here. Amber. All right, did I get everybody? Make sure. Yes, Cha-Cha. Tanya, Rosie, Shellin, Brandy Lynn. Yes, okay. I think I got everybody. Okay, so we'll pull the next winner. Ooh, we're really digging down there. Here it is. Drum roll, please. Suncease. I haven't seen this person. I think maybe it was last Wednesday, so a week ago, maybe the Friday before that. Hasn't been too long ago. So yes, we will definitely timestamp unless Suncease is here, or Suncis. I never know exactly how to say it, but hopefully this person will get their reading very shortly. Okay. What emotion should I meditate on? Okay, so for Rosie's um, question, so the Two of Cups. So this is the emotion of love. Doesn't have to be romantic love, it can be. But to me, I get such an unconditionally loving vibe from the Two of Cups. So emotion wise, we'll pull some clarifiers. Where did I set my deck? There it is. Found it. Okay, pull some clarifiers on what emotion Rosie should meditate on. I mean, we're already right there with the cups. Those do represent emotions. So let's see for Rosie's question here. Ooh, and the Queen of Wands. So the emotion also of fulfillment, feeling motivated as well. And it's interesting because I'm remembering this meditation I used to do all the time. I cannot remember the guy's name. Oh, I know I have it saved somewhere, but I have so many different meditation playlists at this point. I would probably have to look for it for a minute. Um, but it was just, if you even type in on YouTube, motivation meditation, just to see what that does. So this will help bring this motivation to, really heighten your creativity or go have another go at your creativity if you've been, feeling flat for months. But this is a card of feeling kind of flirty, kind of just excited, like flirty, not so much like in a romantic way, but just like wanting to romanticize life and just flirt with just the birds that you see flying in the air and the flowers that you walk by on your walk. And um, it's a very, I always get a very inner child vibe from the Queen of Wands, but it's in a very mature way. So it's like she knows she could be childlike and be also serious and motivated when she needs to be. So this really is, sorry, really is about tuning into that joy. And then with the Two of Cups here, it is about maybe connecting with a friend or somebody that you really vibe with and love and adore. Whether this is a friend online, this is a family member, this is a pet, doesn't have to even be a human. Whatever that looks like specifically for you, to help tune into these emotions, because there might even be like I'm seeing like the sacral chakra and like the heart chakra area might just be kind of gummed up, or could be some clearing or cleansing to those areas that will make things feel like they're flowing and moving better for you. Let's just see what else Rosie needs to know about this. What emotions to meditate on? Yeah, more emotions and what to let go of. Because there can be some stuff from the past just gumming or yucking up these energies for you and not really allowing you to move forward much. And even if there's nothing specifically that you're pointing to, although that being said, this could be from a relationship that you've ended, a romantic, specifically a romantic relationship. If you haven't, like, say in the last 2 years, ended a romantic relationship, this could be just remnants from past romantic relationships or connections that's still somehow affecting you. Could be energetic cords, could be gifts these people. And this is something interesting that I'm actually working on with my with the novels that I'm writing in the series I'm writing. This one guy in the book uses jewelry he gives his girlfriends to bind their energy to him. So like this is something people do both consciously but also subconsciously. If they feel a certain type of way about you and then they give you a gift, that can somehow, again, possibly subconsciously or unconsciously, bind that person to you. Even with a letter that they send you, it can come in many ways, or even just them thinking about you on loop. Somehow that's like binding your energy to them and vice versa, even though you want nothing to do with it. So just doing your due diligence to clear and cleanse your energy field from any hooks, thoughts, barbs, cords, just clear it all. Just clear it all. That could help. Yeah, declutter. Yeah, that could definitely help. Hi, John. Welcome. Put a 1212 in the chat, John, and I'll enter you into our drawing. We already pulled the name for today, but I can still put your name in the hat since you're here. Yes. So that's most advice that's coming through here. So yes. Oh, I got Cha Cha's name in the hat. So we got Cha Cha today. But let's get John. everybody I can in there to have a chance to win. All right, there we go. So possibly, again, I may not be live Friday because my mom will be in town. I may or may not. I might, if I do go live, it'll probably be a little earlier in the day, but don't hold your breath, because usually when my mom comes, I want to make sure, the blankets and pillows that she uses are clean and ready, and my dogs are behaving, and things are orderly as they're gonna get, in the next couple of days. So I might not be live. I would say it's probably 70% chance I won't be live, but hey, there might be that 30% that I'm like, let's do this thing. I'm completely caught up on everything that I fell behind in November. Don't hold your breath. But hey, you never know. Never say never, right? All right. So I am going to timestamp the drawing winner for tonight's Sun Cease. So SUNSIIS is the drawing winner tonight at 1 hour and 15 minutes, somewhere in there. Timestamp. Oh man, I actually had decent handwriting for that. What's going on with me? Okay. So Sun Cease, if you have a question, I'm going to assume you're not here live. So if you're watching the replay and you have a specific question in mind for what this reading will uncover or help you with, you can pause me right now and think of that question. If you just want to leave this open and whatever, let it keep playing and we'll just get going. Either way, we will get you your message right now. And we have here the Magician. This is like manifestation or feeling more in charge or in control of your surroundings. And it's not just the surroundings, but the outcome to something that you're following through on. So it might be like a happy outcome that you have more control over than you think you do. Let's see specifically what this is about, if we can get more information for Sun Cease. Ooh, the 10 of Cups. So like something that feels really good, like very close connections, like your best friend, and you're telling secrets and just feeling so connected to somebody. So if you do not have someone in your life that you can really rely on, lean on, and you're that person for them as well, you may be manifesting a friend or someone like this in your life. They could even be someone you already know that you're just strengthening a bond or a connection with. Sun Cease, that you are feeling really good about it. Let's just see anything else Sun Cease needs to know about this question or just the general energies of this reading. Ooh, shadow and mysticism with the Pluto card. So yeah, this person could have been like around you for a while. You just didn't see them or see them in the light that you're now seeing them in. But also this is like, with this Magician card here, it's like, a lot of people do fear that Pluto energy, like it's going to come in and completely destroy everything. But really, Pluto can only destroy what is not in alignment with our spirit. That's how I look at the Pluto energy. As somebody who literally has Pluto sitting less than a degree away, it's like 0.00, like right on my ascendant. I have no choice but to embrace this Pluto energy. And Pluto energy is very scorpionic, even though I am a Libra ascendant. So many people confuse me with Scorpio energy. And it's no wonder, because my mom is a double Scorpio herself. So like I know Scorpio energy, and my youngest son is a Scorpio sun, and my brother's a Scorpio sun. I got a lot of Scorpios in the family, and I know that energy so well. And I vibe with Scorpios so well. Don't fear the Scorpio energy, Sun Cease. It's something so magical and mystical. It goes to the deepest depths. But that's where you can find the really good stuff, is hidden in the depths. I love it. I love it. All right. So I hope that helped you, Sun Cease. Whenever it is you see this reading, it was meant to be. Okay. And congrats on your drawing win, Sun Cease. All right. And if I'm mispronouncing your name, please forgive me. New moon be moonin'. Right. Yes, yesterday was the new moon. That's right. Yeah. Absolutely. Talk about cords. Family called just as Amanda finished to tug on those cords. It's like they knew it. Maybe they are the psychic ones. They knew it. So funny. Gotta love it, though. You can't make this stuff up. All right. Looks like we had another donation come in. And Cha-Cha, it's your turn, my dear. Go ahead and post your question. We'll get right into it for Cha-Cha, and then whoever has just donated. It's Pickalee in the house. All right. Okay. So we will get Pika on the list. We haven't even really had to have a list today because the donations have just been, two? This is the third one we're doing right now. So yeah, we haven't even had to have a list tonight. All right, so what messages do I need to know? The year 2023 comes to an end. Okay, so before we get into this, those that are just joining us, I had a poll that we just recently closed to figure out when we are hosting this event. And the event that we're hosting, you can go watch the beginning of the live stream to get more information. But basically, the week between Christmas and New Year's, I'm going to be hosting a 2024 month-by-month tarot event where you get your deck of cards, I get my deck of cards, and we're going to hang out live, and you guys can pull your card up for each month of 2024, or however many cards you want. You can pull 10 cards for each month. It's your year 2024. You do it how you want to do it. I'll probably pull maybe one for sure, obviously, but maybe a clarifier here or there if I need it. And I'll just be pulling for my personal whatever for 2024, and you guys can follow along and pull your own cards. We can all hang out and see what 2024 has in store for us. Because I miss doing these things. I do these things for myself anyway, and I thought, if I'm gonna do this anyway, we might as well make it a fun affair for everybody. But yes, so that's what we're going to do, and I'll be putting a poll up probably this week sometime, maybe tomorrow, about what day works best for everybody between Christmas and New Year, and what time. Once we figure out the day, then I'll post a separate poll in the community tab for what time works best for everybody. All right, so, you're very tired. Well, you sleep well, Amber. Big hugs to you. Okay, so what messages does Cha-Cha need to know as the year 2023 comes to an end? Tuning into Cha-Cha's lovely energy. Ooh, this is it right here. Ooh, 9 of Swords. So this is like sleepless nights, anxiety, stress, worry. So there's something that you might be stressed, anxious, or worried about that you're going to, like, the light's coming on. Because in the traditional depiction, this person's like holding their head in their hands and they're just so in despair. But it's like this person is starting to sit up and face whatever is making them anxious. And the light has come on here behind them. And this to me feels almost like the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Swords and 7 of Swords. So specifically, the 2 of Swords does indicate like feeling confused or like you having like a lot of brain fog or just not sure what direction to go. And then the 7 of Swords is all about feeling lied to, cheated on, stolen from. And to me, this doesn't feel like a person doing this. It feels like just time slipping away and sometimes just feeling brain fog or muddled thinking or just unfocused on, where am I supposed to be focusing? What is my path in life? And maybe even just having stress or anxiety about that. But this card coming out, I actually love to see this because this is letting you know that you're coming to an end or a close on this, because the next card is the 10 of Swords, which is you're putting an end to this energy and having a new beginning. So let's see for Cha-Cha what she's anxious about or what she's stressed about that's coming to, ending those burdens, ending those battles. 10s are about the completion and then starting over. Kind of that Pluto card we got for Sun Cease is about, there's that death energy included with the Pluto card, with the Scorpio energy of all of it. But with every single death is a rebirth, and it's a circle of life, right? So you may be ending certain relationships with, and it doesn't feel like with people. This feels like relationships with maybe the items that you own, relationships with just how you've shown up for yourself, limiting beliefs. You're closing cycles or circles, closing things out with certain things, and you're not bringing it into the new year with yourself. And this to me feels like just selling yourself short with something. But let's see what Cha-Cha needs to know about this. What else for 2023? Yeah, because the 6 of Wands is about victory. It's about victory after a hard battle. It's about, and I love this, that this deck is kind of separating the wands out into 2 clusters or 2 groups, because you're really getting 3 cards in one. The 6 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. So the 2 of Wands is about making plans. The 4 of Wands is about a new home or rejuvenation around the home. It's about weddings. It's about celebrations. It's about coming together with those you love. But making plans to do those things will lead to a victory for you. Victory, a hard battle that you have won after a long time of fighting with something. And for me, this feels like you fighting with your own mind, your own brain, your own sense of focus. Like, what am I focusing on? Yeah, you will be on the right path. I mean, this is the thing. People are like, am I on the right path? And it's like, I always like to say that we could really never be on the wrong path. Yes, we can go on tangents and things, but really think of everything you've been through in your life and how it has actually made you who you are or shaped you into who you are. And I know I've been talking about my book a lot, but it's been on my mind because I had to just do a deep dive synopsis on book 1. And my main character's grandmother tells her, the blows that we take in life and the hard knocks that we have in life really do shape us into these really beautiful gems and diamonds that, without the pressure, the diamond doesn't become the diamond. It just stays the coal. And, and it's about the depth. It's about the pressure. There's so much that goes into creating, the final product. And what I see with this is, yes, you are ending certain things. And the end of this year may not be 100% rainbows, roses, and butterflies because you're in this death cycle of closing out old chapters and and for you, Cha-Cha, this feels energetically not even just like turning the page to a new chapter, but it's almost like you finished that book and now you're starting on a whole new book, not just a whole new chapter, but a whole new book. But specifically for Cha-Cha, what area of life is going to be most improved as we come into 2024? Ooh. Authenticity. So this is about learning who you are on a deeper level. And this was about uncovering those limiting beliefs that we were talking about earlier of being able to, not just feel like you're all alone in the dark, but the light's coming on. And to me, like, you see the light bulb above the cartoon character's head that lets the viewer know, hey, this cartoon character has a really great idea. And it's like the light's coming on. So something that felt foggy or out of reach or unattainable or just directionless for you, you're having a very clear idea of how to move forward. And this to me feels like this energy, this kind of transitional energy of 2023 ending is kind of going to take you into the early part of February of 2024. But that being said, 2024 is a universal year number 8 for all of us, as in the whole planet here. We are in universal year number 8 next year, which is all about forward momentum. It's about taking action. It's about financial gain. It's about having a sense of purpose in whatever it is that we are trying to accomplish. And regardless of what your personal year is going to be next year, that can kind of shift that energy slightly. Specifically those that are maybe in a personal year number 7 next year, which we just were universally this year, where we may have all these grand ideas and plans, but 2023 was a really hard year for many of us to make things happen. Yes, we can have all these big dreams and goals and really reach to the depths of who we are, but it was really hard to then take that seed that we found deep within us, plant it, and finally bear fruit from it. Next year for so many of us is going to be like the fruit-bearing year. So whatever, you might want to just go to Google, any of you out there, but specifically Cha-Cha, and search free personal year calculator 2024. And so you will take and you can just figure it out right now. You take your month and your day, and you add that up. So for me, I'm 4, so April plus 2 plus 8. So that's 14. Add those together, that's a 5. And then I add 2024, which that adds up to 8. So 5 and 8 equals 13. I'm a personal year 4 next year. Oh, you're 1231. You have the same birthday as my father-in-law, my lovely father-in-law. Yes, that's so cool. You literally saved the best for last with my father-in-law, Dunner, and with Cha-Cha. I love it. So let's add yours up, Cha-Cha. You have 12, so that's 3 plus 3 is 6, 7 plus 8, so 15. So you're going to be in a personal year 6. Oh, very funny. Oh, 1230. Oh, well then fine. We'll just kick my father-in-law to the curb. Now you have the same birthday as my niece, my brother's daughter. She's going to be 3 this year. So you share a birthday with my niece, Avery. How fun. Okay, so let's re-add this up. So 12, so 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 8 is 14. So you're in a year 5. Oh, Cha-Cha, this is perfect. You're going to be in year 5. What's the 5 about me, you ask? Big changes, not just, oh, I might, cut my hair an inch or two. You're chopping it all off, or you're completely shifting your style. If you have a lot of clutter, you want to be almost minimalist. Maybe not that extreme, baby steps for most people, but for the most part, there's some area of life specifically about your personality, how you show up for yourself, and how you show up in this world, Cha-Cha, that you're shifting. And it's not that you're changing who you are and people are like, oh, you've changed. This is going to be people feeling very inspired by what you're doing and what you're accomplishing, and just whatever changes you want to make to your like emotional state, your mental state, your physical state, even your spirituality, anything that the all-encompassing of what it is that represents who you are is shifting for the better and for the authentic. Because I asked what area of life you were most likely, closing those things out and shifting into new energy, and it was about your authenticity. So very cool, very cool. Yeah, so I love this for you. And we have the Ace of Pentacles on the back. So what was I saying about digging down deep to get to those seeds? This is about planting a new seed. I love it. Oh, your last year 5, you graduated high school and moved 400 plus miles away. And the man you would marry, as an example. Thank you for sharing that, Brandy Lynn. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I want to say, yeah, my year 5 was my big spontaneous Kundalini awakening. Like, it just blew the doors off of who I even thought I was and what I even thought this world was. Like, I knew it, like, innately I knew certain things, but like this took that knowing to a whole other level in 2016 for me. So like I totally, yeah, year 5s are potent. And if you're not ready for them, they can feel like a kick to the teeth, honestly. But yet at the same time, if you are prepared, or at the very least ready to change the things that are not serving you anymore, it's going to be some good stuff. So just take it day by day, baby steps. Like we said earlier, baby steps. You don't have to just jump in head first, none of that. And you can even Google about, your personal year 5 and just get some more information if you want. But of course, you're pairing that up with that universal year number 8. So don't forget that there's also forward momentum with that. So you might just feel very amplified to make some big changes. And by the end of 2024, you're like, I can't believe I did all this. Look at me. I'm awesome. And we're all going to be cheering you on. So yes, I love that, Cha-Cha. That's so cool. So yeah, like I was saying, this kind of last part of the year, we got 2-3 weeks left is all of 2023. But I see this kind of ending energy and just being able to close out old cycles, that there can be hard stops, say someone passes away or we move suddenly or, something, it's usually bad, but not always. You can win the lottery. These things can happen, hard stop. Whoa, my life is completely different from one day to the next, 1 minute to the next. But for the most part, these energies really do overlap, and we do have some time to, not have that whiplash of everything, and we can catch our breath and kind of make a plan for ourselves. So it's not usually so, hard and fast that we got to shift from one version of ourselves to the next just overnight. Usually we can build upon the changes we're making. And to me, that's what this feels like for you, is a steady forward momentum rather than a big, you grind the gears as you're shifting and then, you're almost getting whiplash because you accidentally hit the gas pedal or the brake instead of the gas pedal or, whatever. So yes. Yes, I love it. Second time you said about me winning lottery, this is my sign to play, right? And like I always say, I never condone, winning, I do condone winning the lottery, but like, I don't condone people playing the lottery, but like, if you're not spending your dinner money to go play the lottery, then, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, I buy one lottery ticket every year, and it's for the Montana Millionaire. It's $20 per ticket, but this year they're giving away 4 different $1 million winners, whole bunch of $500 winners, whole bunch of, I think there's a $4,000 winner, a $100,000 winner, a bunch of $100 winners. But they don't do that drawing until I think December 29th. So I got to wait a little bit longer. And these things went on sale November 1st. So before I wrote one word for NaNoWriMo, Brandy Lynn, I was in line down at the gas station. Yep. Oh, you got 11 for your personal year. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a really cool one. And you can even break that down to a 2. But some people don't like to break those master number 11, 22, or 33 down further. But, there is still that resonance of a 2 within an 11, or a 4 within a 22, or a 6 within a 33. So, you can almost take it as like a double number. I mean, it already is a double number, but you know what I mean. Yeah, look up personal year number 11, which I actually had 2022 was my personal year 11. But most of the sites will break it down to a year 2 for you. So, or they'll, give you information about an 11 and a 2. Yeah. Recalculates. Okay, maybe not my last 5, but others was my first baby and the pandemic. So I think the point's still valid. Right? Yeah. Having a new baby does shift everything. That might be the one that is a very overnight. One minute you're not a parent, the next you are. But at the same time, most of us didn't end up on that show. I didn't know I was pregnant and kind of had some preparation time. I mean, can you ever be fully prepared from concept to actual child? Maybe not, but the fact that you're pregnant and you have, so many months to prepare usually kind of gets you at least in the mode that, okay, I'm a mother now. I'm going to be a mother. But yeah, definitely the concept of motherhood, being pregnant, preparing, and then actually bringing the baby home are two, I won't say they're completely different, but they're definitely not 100% exact, right? Yeah, but that's definitely a happy life change for most people. Not all, but most. It was definitely a happy life change for me. All right, so let's see. Check that we're up to date. Okay, yes, so Pika Lee is next. Okay, Pika Lee. So communication with Taurus. Hasn't been very consistent lately, and I haven't seen him in over a month. I want to have a conversation with him about this, but I'm also wondering if I'm accepting something that I shouldn't, and if I should give another chance or move on. I don't know if I just need to be patient and give a chance, or if this isn't for me, but it feels so much better than what I've experienced. Can I please have some guidance? Yes, let's find out. Because I heard it's not over till it's over. Is that Lenny Kravitz? It's a specific song. I don't know all the words, but let me look it up. It's like, baby, it's not over till it's over. It's not over till it's over. I want to say it's Lenny Kravitz. Let's see. Yeah, it ain't over till it's over. That's what the song's called. Let's see if we can find the lyrics here. I wonder what year it came out. I think it's 1991 on the Mama Said second studio album. Okay, let's see. I want to read these lyrics because for some reason that just came into my mind's awareness, and I have not heard that song in I don't even know how long. So it's not because I just heard it earlier or anything like that. So here we are, still together. We are one. So much time wasted playing games with love. So many tears I've cried. So much pain inside. But baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many years we've tried to keep our love alive. But baby, it ain't over till it's over. How many times did we give up? But we always worked things out. And my doubts and fear kept me wondering, if I'd always be in love. So many tears. Okay, that's just repeating that. Okay, repeating. Wow. 1, 2, 3. He repeats the chorus 5 times in a row after that. So really there's only one verse and then it's just chorus. I never noticed that about that song. At least that's how the lyrics are displayed. I don't know. That's interesting. So it's like there's a fighting chance here. So, and I really did zero in on playing games with love. And I don't think that either of you is like purposely playing games, but to me, this feels very connected to just maybe his sense of stability or security within just, him being stuck in India for a hot minute and wondering if he could even come back here. I think this really kind of scared him into, now I'm hearing in my mind's awareness, like Michael Scott, when he was playing Prison Mike, he's like, I'm here to scare you straight. It's like, that's kind of what this felt like for him, was like a wake-up call in a way, but it's like he's confused now about something. So let's just see. I want to go back to your actual email question so I see what I want to say here. Yeah, Prison Mike. It's Prison Mike. But if you kidnap the president's son and got away with it, then why are you in jail? Oh my gosh. And I didn't get caught neither. Oh, Prison Mike. Okay, so I'm going to reread the question and get to the nitty gritty of what we need to know here. So, conversation. I think conversation is key. That's what I'm hearing. I really do see that, anytime communication is always important, no matter what. So that's always a good way to go. But yeah, just wondering if I'm accepting something I shouldn't. If she should give it another chance. Let's ask that, if she should give it another chance with Taurus. And we have here the 5 of Cups, but I'm shuffling it in reverse. So to me, this feels like, when it's on the external, it's like you're losing something, or you're not seeing something. You're so focused on one thing. And I do get a hint of that here, but because it was reversed, it almost feels like there's internal examination that you're either have been doing or will be doing about this connection and how you can show up differently. Not because you want this to work or this has to work or anything, but it's more for you. Like, this is, you really tuning into yourself and what you want, what you deserve. And I really do get like a depressed energy from this. And I'm not picking that up from you. It's more from him. Again, kind of that wake up call type of energy that he had. I'm going to shuffle upright this time and see about Pika Lee moving on. Yeah. Or sorry, giving another chance or continuing on. Yeah. 7 of Wands. It feels like it's going to be where you guys are fighting for it. Just like the song was saying, it's like you want to put the effort in. This is somebody who's going to defend what they believe or fight for what they want. And if this relationship is something that you genuinely want to continue with, then fight for it. Like, that's what I see here. And by fight for it, I don't mean like, fight, but like, make it a priority to have that conversation, to get together, to let him know how you feel and where you stand, and to see if he feels the same way. That's the best path forward here, is to make sure you're on the same page, that you both still want the same things. And then as far as you just picking up and moving on, I don't get the vibe, but we'll see what the cards say anyway. Yeah, no. That's ending, picking up and moving on. So this is like saying, no, don't do that. Like, that's what this is saying. It's like, don't blow out all the candles. There's so much light here. Why would you do that? At least try. So it's like you're being funneled into this. I know I still feel something here, but yet I don't want to settle for something that's not going to reciprocate the love, the energy, the what have you. But again, I'm picking up this depression energy from his side, so there's probably other things going on. Even if he doesn't know why he feels depressed or what have you all of a sudden, even if he does, he may have unconsciously kind of pushed you away or just prioritized other things, or, just pulled back a little bit because something scared him. Again, even if he can't verbalize to you, well, I'm scared because of X, Y, and Z. This is a very subconscious, very primal type of energy. And again, I think it's going back to him feeling like he lost control of what he had mapped out for his future. Yeah, that's what I've been doing for sure. I've also challenged myself to listen to my intuition, communication, and communicate my needs. Yes, exactly. Feel like something is here and I don't want to let it go, but I also don't want to sell myself short. So I'm thankful for that message. Yes. So best path forward here for Pika Lee. Yes. Page of Wands. Just not like start over, but like, bring in fresh energy, a fresh start, a fresh topic of conversation. Just letting him know you're not mad, because that's a thing, is like, time starts to go by, and then it's been, before you know it, it's a month since you've seen this person, and things feel awkward because it's been a while, and then each of you starts second guessing or getting in your head about it. It's like coming back together. Like, that's what I see is here, is just having a fresh start. Maybe even making it something casual, like a lunch date, just to get everybody back in alignment. Not putting so much pressure on this connection that you feel like you can just be supportive of each other without feeling like you're having to settle. So let's see. else for Pika-Lee? Yeah, Nine of Cups. So I love this. This is recognition, wish fulfillment, happiness. It's a very laid back, very calm, very relaxed energy as well. I always get such a peaceful vibe. Um, if not a bit of a, yeah, I did it kind of vibe. So your forward efforts or forward momentum with Taurus, this energy, whatever energy you invest into this connection, into communicating with him, it's going to pay off in a good way. So I see you being rewarded for your efforts here. And by you, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Amber. And by you being rewarded, I just see you being able to reconnect and rekindle, because that spark hasn't gone out. So, and it's funny, yeah, with the asking, should she, just move on? And you had the 10 of Wands with all the candles blown out. I was like, no, there's so much light here. You don't want to blow that out. You want to blow it. So yeah, trust that intuition. I think you already know, and just being on his side as far as being supportive of whatever he's been through, as far as just feeling this sense of security. The bottom drops out of his sense of security where that's concerned. And then of course, anything that's built on that security of, okay, I'm here, I live in this country, but now I may not be able to get back to this country. Like everything that he had dreams built upon living in this country now is feeling wobbly. And I think that even includes his relationship with you, even if he can't put that into words or doesn't really, because I feel like this is all very unconscious to him. The fact he's, maybe pushing you away. I think it's becoming clear because it's been a while since he's seen you that he's probably like, I miss her. I wish I could see her, but like, it's been a minute. So like, I feel awkward now. That's what it feels like to me. But he's like, why did I let this happen? Like he's almost beating himself up. Like, how could I let this happen? This wasn't supposed to happen. Like, so if you can meet him halfway, this feels like you can iron it out and you're both just be like, I was so worried. Like, what was I so worried about? We're good. Like, that's what it feels like, a breath of relief, like a sigh of relief, like a weight lifted. And it just takes a simple, not just a phone conversation, but I think it does, that priority needs to be set to be able to meet up face to face, if that's at all possible. Because there's so much more air you can clear face to face in an interaction than just over the phone or a text. Yeah, he does tend to be in his head too. Yeah, I can totally feel that with his energy for sure. So yeah, I would just, be very open and willing to communicate and not have, and I don't feel like a defensiveness or a, why didn't you call me? Why didn't, very accusatory. I do not get that energy from you at all. So I don't think that's how you would show up to him anyway. But like, that's not what you should do, which again, you wouldn't do that anyway. So I don't even know why I said that, but just being very neutral and open to whatever it is he needs to say about it. And of course, sharing whatever feelings or thoughts or ideas you have about how you feel and where you want to go from here and, all the things. Yeah. That's what I want to do, a face-to-face convo versus just phone call for sure. And, doesn't mean you can't talk to him on the phone between now and then, obviously, but if you guys can prioritize a meetup, hopefully before the holidays. I know things can get real crazy that week, couple days leading up to Christmas, and then the week between that and New Year's Eve, like, just feels like a wasteland of time sucked opportunity to even get something done, unless you already have previous plans for it, yeah. All right. So I hope that helped. I hope that eased your worries, because yeah, I'm hearing that you need to go listen to that Lenny Kravitz song. It's not over till it's over. Yes. All right. So up next, Nelly, one card read. Well, it's never one card, let's be honest. So Nelly, I'd like to know if now is a good time to talk to my person ask my person out on an official date, or if I need to wait. Not sure if he'll be receptive to it yet. Okay. So I always say, trust your intuition. If you're feeling like, oh, maybe this isn't it, especially if this time, I don't know, I'm kind of getting a vibe similar to Pika-Lee's person, but different. I don't know if something about this time of year puts your person into depression or anxiety. Like there's this anxious energy around the holidays. I don't know if it's because he has to travel or he's worried about being able to buy presents for people or what it is. Maybe he lost someone special to him and now this time of year reminds him of them. And I mean, it could be a lot of things, or a bunch of things all wrapped into one. So Nelly, it might just be, and hopefully Nelly's here. Like, do I need to timestamp you, Nelly? I probably should. We'll just say 140. So Nelly, 140. Oh, there you are. Okay, good. I'm like, hope I didn't start her reading without whatever. Let's just say 1:30. Okay, I can still add your timestamp when we're all done in the comments, so you'll have it anyway. But let's just see. As far as, yeah, I'm feeling a sense of stress around this time of year. So I would say if you do want to ask, I mean, if you're feeling intuitively like, yeah, let's do it, then do it. But if you're feeling like, I don't know if he's quite ready yet, or this is the right time, I would maybe wait till after the holiday and kind of into the new year, maybe a week or two into January. Yeah, and there's, okay, not only are the aces a yes, but the Ace of Cups is about new love. So like, hello. Yeah, maybe even asking him out for coffee, or just something that feels like it can be a date, but also kind of casual. So that, if he is kind of, I know he's kind of slow to get into a relationship and all that, and you taking his feelings into account is really beautiful, that you have given him so much time to be able to be where he needs to be and do what he needs to do. But I think that's going to be a much more supportive time energetically for him to be accepting of that. Yep. Because right now he's very in his head, very anxious about something. And leading up to holidays, and then after the holidays, I think he's going to have this sense of release with that anxiety. Yeah. Nelly asking more into January or sometime in the New Year's, I have a better idea. Yeah, 5 of Wands. We still have a bit of just frustration, maybe. I don't know about whatever's going on around holidays for him. And this energetically might just be something that maybe he has no aversion to the holidays, but something with family or something that's very stressful to him happens around the holiday this year that kind of puts him in a bit of a anxiety tailspin over maybe the next month. So I would say timeline wise, maybe February is your better bet. Yeah. Victory for February. Yeah, because he's still in a bit of just overthinking mode. Like he's just really overthinking something between now and January, like first part of January specifically. But going into February, I asked literally about asking him on that date then, and we have the victory card. So yeah. But this is not to say you can't hang out with him or go ask him to do other things in the meantime, because I think he'd be open to that. It's just the idea right now of getting into a relationship when he's stressed out about X, Y, or Z might just be too much right now. But February, I think, is a key time. But let's just see anything Nelly needs to know about asking her person on the date when the time comes. Just any key information or just advice. And we have the Hanged Man. So, and I think I'm reading this more as your energy of when, how. So just let's give Nelly some advice on how and why and when. Okay. Yeah. So, wow, I love this combination. So this feels like a secure connection because you have felt like almost in this weird limbo phase in this relationship for so long. I mean, we're talking years at this point, right, Nelly? But eventually you will come into this feeling of connection, which, I mean, you already do feel this soulmate connection to him because obviously many lifetimes with this person in different roles in each other's lives for sure. But we can't ignore the romantic component of this card. It's a very romantic card. It doesn't always have to be, but it definitely points to, if you are friends, there's also a deeper connection than friendship, or could lead to it if that's the case. And we already had the Ace of Cups to come out. So like, definitely some really good potential here eventually for something. And then the King of Pentacles, I really do feel like this is his own sense of self-worth or security with specifically his job, or being able to live the life he wants, to provide for himself the way he wants. And he's just maybe even right now still not there, but ultimately he wants to be someone who can provide not only for himself, but like a wife or a girlfriend, or, if he does want children. I'm not sure. I'm not going to read that deeply in his energy to even see if that's what he wants, but he just wants to be someone who can provide for himself and those around him, those he loves. And I don't feel he's there yet with energetically, like where he's at right now. it's like he wishes he could be more to more people and be able to make more money and feel more secure in his career and that kind of thing. And he's not quite there yet, but with the Four of Swords, it's like he's working on his mental health a lot right now and in the near future. But him being able to be secure and stable is very much a priority, or like a dream for him, like a massive goal in his life is to be able to feel very secure financially and maybe even independently wealthy eventually. Like that's his like dream, is to be able to, do something he loves and make a whole lot of money at it and be able to save a whole lot of money and help a lot of family members and, just feel very stable and secure. And he's just not there right now. I don't know how this kind of turned into more of just reading his personal energy about his life dreams and goals, but there it is. Let's just see anything else Nellie needs to know about asking her person on a date eventually. Yeah. We have here the 9th house with learning and faith. This is a very spiritual potential here in this connection. So I think really focusing on your spiritual journey and him, wherever he's at on his spiritual journey, he's going to continue to climb the spiritual ladder is really what I see for his time here. So if he's not a very spiritual person now, that doesn't mean he never will be. He eventually will be. It's just a matter of kind of when that awakening will take place. But I think once that awakening really does take place, and if he's already on that spiritual path, then I see this, connection to you is going to blossom even more. But once he's on that spiritual path, if he's not yet, boom, things between you and him really can blossom, because it's like he can understand you on a deeper wavelength than he can now. All right. Thanks again for your donation, Nellie. And I think Amber was the last donation we have here. Nope, we have Michelle Lynn for a full read, and then Amber for a full read. Okay, so let's get into Michelle Lynn's question. What can Michelle expect in January and early 2024? Anything to look forward to? Improving health, love, new car? Yeah, she's still on the new car journey. Whatever is meant to come through. Yes. Well, the good news about like pre-owned cars, or used cars, there's a lot more inventory than say there was a year ago or even earlier this year. I know even prices on used cars and stuff was really high because they were having a really hard time getting inventory. So that might have been part of your problem on the search, is there just wasn't the inventory. Maybe you kind of know what one you want, but the models of the one you want, you looked at, you're kind of well, there's kind of a weird dent there, or I don't like the color of that interior. And hey, it's okay to be picky, because this is, your car. It's usually for most people that purchase is only second to buying a home. It's a big deal, right? So you don't want to get something that you're going to regret, or just be really not vibing with that dent in the back, or really don't like the stain in the upholstery back there, or whatever it is. You want something that feels good and it feels like it's you. So let's see what's coming for Michelle Lynn in 2024, and specifically in January and early 2024. What she can expect. Ooh, 3 of Wands. Well, you may be going somewhere. There's some travel here. I don't know if you're planning to go on an airplane specifically. If you ask me personally, I haven't been on an airplane since 1997, and I know that sounds very blasphemous in today's day and age, but hides head in shame. And that was my first and second plane ride from from Spokane, Washington to Seattle, Washington, and then back again over the course of a week. That was my only time in the year. But yeah. And it's not because I'm afraid to fly. I just don't. I don't know. I just haven't thought to. I don't know. But if you want to plan a trip, there's something so magical about going on a trip. Not to say I don't go on trips. I go, but I just usually drive, or my husband drives and I'm in the passenger seat. We go all over this part of the US up here, but not very. The farthest south I've ever been in this incarnation anyway is Denver, Colorado. From Montana, Missoula, Montana. 14-hour drive. But yes, there might be a trip planned, or if you want to start planning now, in early January will be an opportunity to go on a trip. Another key factor of the 3 of Wands though is about your ships coming in, or good karma coming in, past deeds being rewarded coming in. And we have like a messenger pigeon. I think it's a pigeon looking bird there in the window. Yeah. So there might be messages coming in. Good news could be that you're hearing from someone that lives at a distance from you as well. Jamie, hello. All right, so let's see anything else for early January 2023. Specifically, now we kind of got the overall energy there. Let's dive into these portions of your question here. Specifically with improving health, let's pull a card for that. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So having some patience, just showing up for yourself in whatever way that looks for your health. Showing up with, taking your supplements, sticking to your dietary needs, doing whatever exercise feels good to you. Just sticking with it is going to pay off for you in a big way because this is such a nurturing energy. And what you put in, you will reap the harvest in 2 Pentacle cards from now. That 9 of Pentacles of being able to reap all that hard work that you put into your health journey. So card for love for 2024. We have the Devil. So you might still be in your, specifically early 24. You might still be in your head about, how will I ever meet this person? When will I ever meet this person? And a lot of times too, it's something they don't really talk about with like law of attraction and manifestation and all that, is sometimes the more we want something, it almost acts like those 2 magnets that instead of attracting to each other, they push each other away. It's almost like, like a lot of times with like the twin flame, like, oh, there's a runner and a chaser. It's always like the magnets. They're just pushing each other away or one way or another. But what I see with this is a shift in your own like mindset or psyche about your own self-worth, and that you would be, anyone would be so lucky to have you as their girlfriend, Michelle. And a lot of times you feel almost like, I'll never be able to get this, or, at least that's what the devil energy is. Or, a lot of times the devil can indicate just feeling tempted to just say, screw it, I'll just do this instead. Forget it. But, just try to keep a more temperate approach to your belief systems around love or you being deserving of love, and not feel like it's an all or nothing kind of thing. As far as a new car, let's tune in. I hope we get the Chariot because that would be awesome. And we have the Death card. Okay, so I don't know. This doesn't look like literally anyone's death, but this to me feels like, yes, to get a new car, sometimes there has to be the death to the old car, or whatever's going on. I don't know if you're having car issues with your current car, or there's something going on with your current car that you're just like, I'm over this. I'm going to get a clarifier on this new car energy for the Death card. What is this clarifying energy on this Death card for the new car? And we have, yeah. I said I wanted the Chariot. What do we get for you? That Chariot. Sorry, you guys know I love getting excited when I know what's going on here. Yes. So can we get more clear for you, Michelle? In 2024, there's a death to the old and rebirth with the new. Literally, you're getting that car. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Of course, you're probably paying for it, obviously, but like it's coming your way. And one you're not settling with. This feels like you are just like, oh yeah, this is the color I wanted. The interior is what I wanted. There's no dents in the back. There's no stain on that upholstery. This is what I wanted. And here it is. And yes, I'm paying for it, but I'm happy to because this is what I wanted. Yes, issues with my car. I am so picky on which car to buy. I just don't love anything yet. Well, there's going to be a car you do love, and you're going to be ready to take the journey in this car. Let's just see anything Michelle needs to know about maybe sign, symbol, synchronicities around the time that she finds the one with her car. And we have here, ooh, the Strength card. Aww. We have Leo energy here. So this could literally be this summer, July going into August. But the color orange here, and it doesn't necessarily mean that your car has to be orange, but there might be something orange around the car. Maybe the building that you're buying the car from is painted orange, or it's parked next to an orange car. Something about the color orange is really, like, I don't know. It's funny because we were talking about the color orange earlier today, and this is probably the least likely color you would ever find me in, besides maybe second to red. I don't wear a lot of red because, the red hair, but technically my hair, if you like go on Photoshop and take a selection of my hair, it looks orange. It's orange. I'm orange, yeah. Anyway, so I don't wear a lot of orange, but the color orange is really popping here. Right? I'm gonna be wearing my orange hat. Yeah, we talked all about my orange phase today. And yeah, I don't normally go to orange because I wear it pretty much every day with my hair. Um, but yeah, I really do see something with orange. This does feel like summer vibes to me. So yeah, I would say the summertime is most likely when this is gonna happen. And I don't know if you have a niece or a nephew, or if they have a birthday around that day, or a child, someone with a child that has a birthday around that time. You might be getting the car around this birthday. Very interesting. How can I shift out of the devil energy for love? Yeah, let's find out. And a lot of times it does have to do not so much with where we're at now, but a lot of just past thoughts, wounds, baggage, even past life crap that we're bringing in, or past relationships in this life that we just keep dragging it around. And that's funny because that reminds me of the Weird Al song, Quit Dragging My Car Around. Instead, it's Quit Dragging My Heart Around by, I forget the name of the band. 80s or 90s song. But Weird Al does a cover of that song called Quit Dragging My Car Around, which is interesting because like we're dragging around old baggage. And interesting because here's the thing. This is light bulb. Okay, so in Vedic astrology, Kapial Raj, he's KRS channel, KRS Astrology on YouTube, talks about how the state of your car is a direct reflection of the state of your love life. If your car is a beater and it's got garbage all over the floor and it's stained and it's dented, usually your love life is kind of got that icky vibe, or maybe you can't find love. But when you keep your car immaculate and you take it to the car wash and you wax it and you vacuum it and you take care of it, your love life also is taken care of. There's such a direct correlation between your car, or however it is you transport yourself. So if you're someone who has to take public transportation and the bus is always dirty, it kind of has a weird bearing on your love life. I don't remember the name of the video where he really goes deep dive into this. So I'm really seeing a direct correlation between I feel attacked, right? I know, I hear you. I got two boys, ages 9 and 12, and specifically the 9-year-old, we call him Pigpen because everywhere he goes, there's just a tornado of trash or toys or clothes or garbage or just whatever it is that he's got. It's just everywhere. You should see my back seat of my car where he sits specifically. Where my 12-year-old sits, there might be, a sweatshirt or a pencil left here or there, or maybe a candy wrapper here or there. But with Wrigley, my youngest, it's just a whirlwind of trash and garbage. My front seats are as immaculate as I can keep them at all times, but the back seat, specifically behind the driver's door in my car, you lift his little booster seat and it is like you can tell all the fast food places we've been to in the last who knows how long. I'm like, no, why do you do this to me? Yeah, but anyway, let's pull a card because I do feel like direct correlation when you shift from that death energy of this current car you're in into the new car. Same thing is going to happen with your love life, but I want to get some information just how you can get out of that devil energy. In the meantime, 8 of Pentacles. So this is just about working on any lingering energy from past connections, from past life, even just setting the intention that anything that is affecting the forward progress in your highest good for your love life, it has to stop. Per your free will and your spiritual evolution, it has to stop interfering and clear the energy around it. Yeah, it might not have to be that long. That's the thing, is if you are ready and willing and able to get something going and putting that vibe out there, it can happen much earlier. It could even be Aquarius season, because we will have a full moon in Leo during Aquarius season, which Aquarius is like end of January going into February for Western astrology. So that could be another time, or even when the moon is transiting in the sign of Leo, because every 27 to 28 days, that moon is rolling all the way around that zodiac. So there's Leo energy. It doesn't have to be specifically be when the sun is in Leo. I mean, that could definitely be a possibility. I would say that at the latest, that's when this is going to be. But you can have this happen much sooner, and you will probably be just absolutely floored to know that the moment that ink dries on you signing for your new car, the moon is going to be in Leo or opposite Leo or somehow aspecting Leo or something's going on in the sign of Leo. I'm trying to think of any major transits going into Leo. I don't think Venus. I'm trying to think where Venus is in West. I know you follow more Western astrology. I'm trying to prorate all my planets forward a little bit, except Rahu and the North Node and South Node. Trying to think. I know the outer planets are not anywhere near that, but Neptune. No, it's aspecting Pluto. God. My Pluto. Yes, in my chart. Current transit of Neptune is right on my natal Venus and looking at my ascendant, pretty much. Yeah, it's a fun time. Yeah, what if my car broke down and been on blocks for like a year? Well, if you want to get that love life all jazzed up, there's something to be said about having a nice, smooth running vehicle that's clean and taken care of. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% brand new and perfect, but just nurtured and taken care of. I wished I could remember what the name of the video was. I watched his, but he had all this like scientific stuff to go with it. And I was like, why did this like not occur to me before? Yeah, it's really, and even like the name of the type of car based on your birth nakshatras. Because like for me, I should drive a car. I can't remember what chitra. Let me see. Now you got me curious. I got my nakshatra book right here, so easy to find. I know Purnavasu nakshatra is Har and something. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Ko is the name or the sound. Yeah, Purnavasu nakshatra. Like people will name their children with these sounds so that they resonate with the nakshatra energies. Is this gonna tell me or not? I don't remember. This does tell the name or the sounds associated. I don't know that this book does. No, it does. Yeah, here it is. K, Ko, Ha, and He. And that's why I named Harmony Portal Tarot based on the moon phase of the nakshatra of when I established my channel on October 17th of 2020. So based on that name, it should have resonated and been better than it was. But yeah. So based on, I don't know your actual birth nakshatras, but like I drive a Ford Explorer. So nowhere in here does do any of those sound like K, Ko, Ha, He. No. And it has to be like the starting point. Like I know one of the nakshatras is like Ma, like M-A. So those people with that birth nakshatra, if they drove a Mazda or a Maserati, that's expensive, they would be really doing well in the love department. Do you think I have a past connection? That's what I'm intuitively really tuning into. And not past from this life, but like past life. Like something that's not even on your awareness. And that's why that devil energy is there. It's like a blind spot. I want to kind of tune in maybe for you real quick. I know we've pulled a lot of cards and it's been a minute, but I want to see. What is it about this past life connection? I want to maybe not get the details of that because you don't even need to know that to be able to clear it. I want to know what you need to know to do to be able to clear it in this life, to be done with it once and for all. Yes, that's what I want to know. Okay. Ugh, it's hidden in here. I know it. It's this card right here. I want it. Give me it. I want it. Wow. This speaks volumes. Yeah. It's literally being left at the altar. Literally being on the outside looking in at a church. Another past life coming forward is feeling of, because you were a different religion from the person you loved, you weren't allowed to marry them and you had to marry someone in your own religion. Wow. Yeah. There's some powerful stuff here about feeling like you can't have what you want. And that makes perfect sense with that devil energy. But I want to know what Michelle Lynn can do in this life to ease that or to overcome that. Nine of Wands. Work at it. You can clear these blocks yourself. Yeah, you can clear these and just pull any cords associated with any past life that is affecting your love life in this life. Because basically this matrix keeps the score. That's what those Akashic records really are, is, you know, keeping the score from lifetime after lifetime, and we're paying past karma from things we don't even remember doing or being a part of, or, you know, it's really unfair the way this is all set up. But yeah, walking away, literally being done with it. Because it's not emotionally fulfilling to not be able to get love because of a past life that's affecting you in ways you don't even understand. Literally walking away from it by letting it go, moving on from it, releasing it, cutting cords, whatever it is ritualistically looks like that you want to do. But yeah, moving on, moving forward with passion and purpose in a new connection. Yeah, so that's why. Yeah. Yeah, aw. That'll lead you to being able to establish love in this life for sure. You're definitely going to have, if marriage is something you want, or at least a long-term spouse or partner, absolutely a guarantee for you in this life. It's just about closing out those old cycles, literally. Literally. Yeah. Yeah. And Four of Pentacles. Yeah, just feeling like I got to hold dearly to what I have, or, oh, I spend everything. I always pull a clarifier with the Four of Pentacles. So clarifier energy is justice, finding balance. Yep. Yeah. So it's about feeling like you can open yourself to love, but also clearing the past baggage from past lives around love. That's going to greatly benefit you. All right. I can put this one away. All right. So up next, we have Amber with a full read. On the start of 12/12, my husband said he wants me to help him heal himself. Oh my gosh. Go within. I was like, what? I almost danced in my third eye. I love it. It's a miracle hearing him say that. I was planning to get the chakra balancing session from Avril for him to start with. It's this Friday. Then take a break of a month or two and then do inner child healing. I am ready to help him and face whatever happens. Once this process starts, I would love more insight and guidance from the true organic spirit, please. Yes. Oh my gosh. Miracles. It's a Christmas miracle. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I really think yeah. You're planning to do the chakra balancing? Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, wow. And look what they're doing. I gotta go back to my camera view. They're balancing pentacles in this, but you know, what are chakras? Balls of energy, spinning balls of energy. And then of course the inner child is standing right there. I mean, yes, yes, and yes. And did I mention yes? Because yes, you should. Yes. Amber, you don't even need me. You already know what to do. Yes, chills, chills, and more chills. And yes, and more yes. Okay, since we know this is the route to go, absolutely. I have chills now on my head. Okay, yeah. Absolutely. This is like, I'm hearing it's a godsend. So part of okay, so you can be having conversations with his higher self, because his higher self is kind of stepping in to help, because things have reached a crisis point before this and something had to give. So either he had to concede to get help from you, or you had to, make a choice for yourself about your happiness, And I'm glad that this is the way it's going. Yeah, that's awesome. Been doing that, and yes, they reach crisis point. Absolutely. So let's see what you can do to help facilitate his healing. Yeah, Eight of Wands. It's fast moving stuff. So there's some really good stuff coming in. Specifically with anything that is just messing with his energy field, if he's got any kind of entity attachments, that chakra balancing, how much stuff Raylene can uncover in one session is mind-boggling. So I think that is a great start. I think absolutely that's a great start. And then the inner child one, absolutely another thing that can help get to the depths of some of these deep layers that he has, that he can then almost allow his own higher self to come in and start purging things, because he had so many heart walls built up But let's just see Amber's path forward in helping just support or be there for her husband as he does this healing journey. Yeah, happier home. Literally, this is the marriage card. So it's almost like a renewal in your relationship because he's working toward being the person you ultimately wanted him to be. Not from an ego point, but like from a heart-centered point. You want to have a heart-to-heart connection with the person that you are married to and have a child with. And I mean, that's not so much to ask, really. Um, and then Knight of Pentacles. So this is like it's not going to be an overnight change and shift, but it's definitely a path. And it's a stable path because this is probably the best night to get for something that is a long-term change that will stay a change. It won't go back to the way it was. Again, though, it's going to be a slower progress than just an overnight sensation, but he's a bit stubborn. We'll just put it that way. I don't know if he's got any Taurus in his chart, but it feels very Taurus to me, which is as a Western Taurus Sun and Mercury and Chiron, and a Vedic Chiron and Mercury. I can say I myself have a bit of a stubborn streak, but I feel a bit of stubbornness for him. But I think him reaching his own inner crisis point was what really triggered him to ask you for this help. And that took so much courage for him to do that. Like, so much courage. Like that's almost to me in and of itself feels like the miracle. And then the Seven of Wands is just you showing up and helping him or helping him process these things or suggesting things without pushing them. You don't want to push him so much that he starts to push you away because of it all. It's just about being there to support without feeling like you're trying to control him now, which you're not, but like he might take it that way. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know I took the most difficult step of realizing and saying he needs help. And that is, I'm not trying to stereotype all men into one box or anything, but like specifically men like him, again, we're all different. We're all unique. For sake of this, that's probably the last thing you would have expected from him is to say, I need help, or to admit that he's doing something wrong or needs help with something. But he did that, and that is so big. That's so big. But let's just see anything else Amber needs to know about supporting her husband on this healing journey. Neptune, dreams and spirit. So it's interesting. So there might be something going on in his chart. Neptune is currently transiting in I think it's still in Western Pisces, but it's also just come into Vedic Pisces over the last little bit here. So Neptune is in its favorite place to be in Pisces for both. But a lot of times this can lift certain illusions. And then when like the moon transits his sign of all of our signs of Pisces at this time where Neptune is transiting, it can act as almost lifting the veil of illusion and bringing in the truth. And then, of course, after the moon goes on its merry way, that veil of illusion might slip back down and then we're confused again. But he might be even talking about having really intense dreams. This could be something going on. Or if he has some sort of, like Neptune's currently going right over my Venus, which can be amazing, and it has been, for my writing. Like I'm just, all these ideas and like books off of books off of books. I'm like, okay, slow down. I got to write book 2 and finish that up. And then I can keep planning for the future. But it's such a great creative energy, but it's also such a good energy, when something's going a Neptune transit for you to connect to your true spirit. Even though Neptune can deal with illusion, it can also deal with the ultimate truth beyond this veil. So it's like a dichotomy. It's a, what's the word? Two sides of the same coin. Gosh, the word is escaping me. Why can't I think right now? Duality. There it is. I found it. Pluck that word right out of the Neptune. Yes, it's a very dualistic energy, but when it's awakened to the fact that it's sentient, it can become the ultimate truth. So this is big energy here. Anything else Amber needs to know in supporting her husband through this healing journey? And we have 9th house of learning and faith. So spirituality, There's those chakra balancing symbolism there for you as well to let you know, yes, this is the right path. But this, he's going to feel and notice and know that there's been healing and been changes, and and he's going to start doing his own spiritual seeking without maybe you even knowing, him looking things up and maybe reading books or just learning things about the essence of reality. Yeah, I feel he is at the lowest right now and in the depths of his shadow. Yeah, absolutely. And Neptune can really bring that shadow into the shadows. I mean, we can get lost almost in the shadows of Neptune. Um, but also Neptune can bring absolute clarity as well. It's a very, the closest card in the tarot would be like the High Priestess. It can be the ultimate truth, but it can also be very elusive and illusory, like a lot of illusion and veils and all that. Um, and so he might even go between, it's not going to be easy for him at all times, and probably most of the time it's going to be difficult. But he will get enough truth and like sense of connection to his spirit that it will be worth it for him to keep doing the healing, even if it feels very slow in your eyes. For him, it's like he's moving at warp speed because he's just not spiritually as advanced in this human meat suit as you are. But you might even at times be very like him completely taking you aback yesterday on the new moon on 12/12 to say, I want to heal, I need help, and help. What can I do? And coming to you, like you probably would have thought earlier that day that'd be the last thing you'd hear out of his mouth, but you heard it, and there it was. It was like, what? Yeah, too critical and mind driven. Yeah, I know it's a challenge. Yeah, but he's slowly gonna get there, and slowly gonna start understanding, and slowly. Not again. I don't think in this lifetime he's ever gonna be where you're at now, but as long as he's starting to make progressive steps to where you're at. Again, there's no hierarchy, no better than, less than. You know what I'm trying to say, but it just feels like you're not that you have to come down to him all the time, but he's starting to at least dip up a little bit. And that's all we can ask, right? That someone try to meet us at least part way. And I think he's going to start to do that. But let's just see anything else. Anything else Amber needs to know before we close out. And we have here crystal vision. I love this with all that stuff about, Neptune and illusion and being able to see the clarity, getting that clarity and seeing to the ultimate truth. So yeah, there will definitely be times on this journey for him that he will have crystal clear vision of, okay, this is the right thing for me to heal. This is the right thing. And then, wow, night vision. I mean, 2 words about vision. So he's finally seeing something that he couldn't see before. Beauty and the Beast. There's something there that wasn't there before. Yeah, but night vision. We would probably benefit from some night vision when we're in our shadow, right? So that's all well and good as well. And we have that moon energy. So I would say, because we just had that new moon, there's something shifting in him by the full moon. So 2 weeks from yesterday. So yeah, 2 weeks from, say, I don't know, 13 days from now, there might be something where you're seeing through to some of the changes that have been made for him as well. All right. What is this card? Oh, I'm like, there's nothing written on it. Yeah, joy. Wow. It's hard to read though. Joy. So it's like he's bringing, or there's a sense of happiness coming, and wow, also on the back of the deck, Amber, love. So apparently there's no lost cause here, that he might be, again, even if it's ever so slowly, not going down, down, down anymore, but starting to come back up. No more downward spiral. I mean, not to say there won't be setbacks or, meltdowns, or, I mean, there probably will. There always, even with us that feel, like we've made some progress spiritually, we still have setbacks. We still feel like I've done nothing. But yeah, we've done so much, So I'm sure he's going to have those moments as well. But wow, what a breakthrough. I mean, yeah, I would say do as much with Raylene and with him as you can, because that can only help. It really can only help at this point, I I feel with 1 year or 2, there will be considerable. Yeah, for sure. And pentacles really do represent like years rather than days, weeks, or months like the other suits are days, weeks, months. Um, Pentacles is usually years, but I would say you probably within months you'll see changes, if not weeks, especially after one session with her. I mean, the fact that he even brought this up at all, huge, huge change, Any caution? Yeah, let's just see. Anything to be weary or aware of? Any caution for Amber with this healing journey for her husband? King of Swords. He might still lash out with words from time to time. King of Swords can maybe just say it like it is, or, just not be as tactful at times as he probably should be. But I would just say not take it personally. If he's lashing out at you and the truth that he's saying is not true, trust your own gut and your own intuition above any words that come from him. As far as anything he's throwing at you or accusing you of or telling you you're not good at or whatever it is. Anything else? Anything else? And the Seven of Pentacles. So just be cautious that you're not trying to rush him. And I think we kind of got into that earlier of just being patient, just trying to hold space and give grace and all that without trying to push him or rush him into something he's not ready for. But the fact that he has come to you for help, and I would just say you could suggest, sessions with Raylene periodically for him without trying to push them on him. I think that's your best bet, is just to be very neutral and slow and very Knight of Pentacles with him with the healing stuff. Yep, that's what I feel, because he may not be able to handle the things that will come up after healing, right? Probably why I started on the journey first. Absolutely. Absolutely. So many divine feminines will start on this journey well before the divine masculine counterparts. And I really do think that's all by design because, we can hold more information, more energy than the masculine energy that's more outward projected and go, go, go and action, where we're more receptive of the energy just by our own nature of, being in the female form in this incarnation. Definitely more receptive to the healing and the changes and the shifts than someone who usually and again, they're just, not stereotyping. There are women out there too. And, even myself, that at times I want to be more in control of things than I am. But then I remember, okay, I'm not meant to be in control of everything, and I can only control how I react and how I feel and da 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 da. But so many men try to control their emotions, control what happens, control everybody around them. Not everybody, but there are people that try. We all know someone like that, I'm sure. But as you'll see him go through this process, I'm sure he'll start to let go of some of this, especially that peripheral control that, of like world events and stuff that we all know we have no control over world events or, what governments are doing and stuff. Like, not that we should just be these little rag dolls tossed to the wind. We can definitely, work on ourselves to be best prepared for whatever these governments are putting upon us. But, so many men specifically just want to be able to fix it. And when they can't fix it, they feel out of control, and then they take that out on people. My dad was very much like that. So I can totally understand that energy of feeling out of control and then taking it out on people around them. It can be very scary. Yeah. Oh, excited and scared at the same time. Well, we are wishing you nothing but good, happy, positive vibes, and even those negative things that come up, that it won't be too choppy or rocky of waters to wade through, that things will be as smooth as what I'm looking at here. This looks very smooth. I'll show you. Very smooth, calming. Yeah. So that's what we're hoping for. Yes. I might not tell him about the sessions with Raylene. I would just, again, just knowing how it is with energy, just not being able to do something on someone without their permission, I would just maybe tread that lightly, just to run by him some of what she does without going full on details, and just see if he's open to it, to give permission. Because if he doesn't give his consent or permission, I don't know that Raylene will be able to get through whatever walls or non-permissions he's got put in place in his energy field. So I would just try to navigate that. You know what I mean? Again, without telling him, you're doing this, and just trying to push him, which I don't think you would do, but just for both of your sakes to tread very lightly with it all. Yeah. Yeah. If his higher self is given permission, then I would book the session and, just use your intuition with all of it. So, all right. Well, I think that is our last question of the night. So I am going to go hang out with my husband and see if my kids are still awake. I don't hear them down there, but either way, I'm going to go kiss my boys goodnight and hang out with my dogs for a little bit and maybe finish my hot chocolate. That's probably cold chocolate by now. You're most welcome. It's always a pleasure to read for you, Amber, and all of you. So I'm going to go do some timestamps for these lovely people here, and I will see you guys most likely not on Friday, but if you see me Friday, I guess it's a bonus because my mom's going to be here, so I won't be here beginning of early in the day Friday. I won't probably be around because I have some cleaning and just last minute stuff to get ready because I only have tomorrow and then first part of Friday to get things kind of cleaned up and shored up around here since NaNoWriMo kind of took over my November. I'm still playing catch up with the laundry and just getting everything put back where it goes. You know how it is after you're busy for like a full month. But yeah, you too as well, John. Thank you so much. What I was going to say, if you missed my announcement at the beginning of the live stream, you can go back to the beginning. I just talked about an event I'm going to be having between the week of Christmas and New Year's. So sometime right after Christmas, but before New Year's Eve. Oh, yeah. Oh, your mandala will reach. Oh, and I think you texted me earlier when I was in somebody's reading. So let me see if there was a photo you wanted me to show everybody. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Christmas ornaments. Oh, Amber, that's so cool. It's pretty purple. Let me see if I can increase the screen brightness. Still not true to color, but it's beautiful. There, that's more true to color. So cool. At least color of this picture you sent. Oh, and then the finished product. Oh, wow. That is so cool. Wow. Who wouldn't want that on their tree? I still haven't put up my Christmas tree. Don't shoot me. Seems like every year I'm later and later with the Christmas tree thing, but we got to get it done probably next Monday, which is like the 18th, which feels almost blasphemous to put the tree up that late in the time, but yeah, I got to do it. Oh, that's so cool though, Amber. I love that. Hopefully we can see it. I have to kind of tilt it or it's like not picking up the right. There we go. That's better. There we go. We can really see it now. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. I just don't know how you do it. It is so almost just looks printed on there. It's so perfect. How cool. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. Oh, a blue one. So neat. And when your mandala will reach her tomorrow, I'm sure she's going to be so excited to hang that up in her studio or her home or wherever she's putting it. Yes. Oh, I know. Yeah, I remember as a kid, specifically around age 12 and all the way through the rest of high school and stuff. Like my mom, that was my responsibility. Like my mom wasn't going to do it. I had to do it or it didn't get done. And now I know there were a few years after I moved out and we moved into this house and before my kids were born that I didn't put the tree up, or we did put the tree up, but I didn't get so far as to even put the decorations on it because I was pregnant with Boston at the time. I'm like, well, the tree's up, but like nothing's on it because I just don't care anymore. But we have put the tree up every single year since we've had kids. So we're going to do it this year. Yeah, we have the Santa flyover, Minutemen Aviation here in town. Well, there's this like hanging light up Santa and reindeer that it's like I don't even think I have my photos from last year of it. It's not like a full on Santa and reindeer like with lights shining on it. It's like, I don't know, those LED lights that kind of light up to look like, like it's printed on something. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but they have that underneath the helicopter and they fly it around the city here. And the kids just love that every year. We have that coming up sadly the same night as Friday night. the same time as Wrigley's basketball game. Well, it happens like right before his game's supposed to start, but depending the loop they take around town, I don't know if we'll be able to see it from the parking lot of the YMCA. I don't know. And then we're gonna drive around and look at Christmas lights as well. That's like a fun family tradition we do. We just drive around and find all the fun, pretty Christmas lights. Kids love it. We make popcorn, give them hot chocolate. It's like a thing we do every year. It's fun. So we're gonna be doing that between now and Christmas. Hopefully before the week before Christmas. That would be good. All right. Oh, Castro will put the ornaments probably this weekend. We already have the tree up and lighted. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, my neighbor behind us here has had their tree up since November 1st. And like every day after that has just been putting like lights up around the outside of their house and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, I feel like such a slacker over here. It's December 13th and I still don't even have the tree up. But like NaNoWriMo, I'm still like I think I was in a fugue state. Like honestly, I'm like, how did I do that? How did I write 76,019 words? And I remember the exact number because it was so impressive. I'm like, how did I do that? I still don't know. I had to have been in some fugue state to be able to even. But I even read over some of my words, and they're like good usable words. Like this is something I can rework and build on. This is not some trash draft. This is how did I do it? I don't know. I'm proud of myself though. Like I'm not often proud of myself, but I'm proud of myself for this NaNoWriMo. And I was just gonna start and kind of ease into it. And I thought, if I can get 10,000 words at the end of November, I am patting me on the back. Look at me go after 4 years not participating in Nano. But like something happened, and November 1st, I'm like, I'm gonna get not only. I think it helped though for me personally that probably 15. No, I'd say closer to probably 18 to 20, not quite 20, but 18,000 words in the manuscript were basically me editing, reworking the first iteration of book 2. But yeah, so I still hit the 50,000 words written after the 76. if you look at it that way, I still won Nano fair and square without my editing words also counted, if you want to look at it that way. But I don't know how I did it. Yeah, there were years where we put we put up the Christmas tree. Oh, on Christmas Eve. Okay, yeah. There was one year, I want to say it was my junior year of high school, we did that. Because we were just like, I guess we're not doing a tree this year. And then Christmas Eve, they cut the trees down to $5. And I'm like, no, we're doing it. Let's go. So my brother and I got in the car, and I had a Ford Tempo. I didn't even have a way to strap the tree onto the car. We put it in the back seat and drove it home. Like it was that important. And the freaking stump, because the Ford Tempos, like the windows in the back would only roll down halfway. So we rested the stump on the window and just drove home, and it broke my window. We hit a bump or something, and the weight of the stump just shattered the window. So I was like, wow, that $5 cheap Christmas tree turned into a lot more expensive all of a sudden. Yeah. Oh, your friend wants to write a book in collaboration with me, and the plan to start on 111. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, a kid's book. I'm not sure about her, but she says she has a lot of ideas. Oh, that's so cool. Heck yeah. Yeah, growing up, I always thought I'm going to be a children's book author. Like children's, maybe kind of going up into middle grade. I never would have thought I'd be like a young adult author, because that wasn't really a thing. I mean, we had like the Sweet Valley High twins books. We had like the Fear Street Christopher Pike books. And that was kind of aimed at more of a teenage audience, I guess. But like I grew up on a lot of the Apple books. I don't know, not like Apple, like, iPhone Apple, but the print Apple books. Like Nothing's Fair in 5th grade. I did a lot of Beverly Cleary, a lot of like child and middle grade fiction I loved growing up. But yeah, I did read like not a lot of the Sweet Valley High, but a couple of them. And a lot of like Christopher Pike, much like Sarah Cannon, I'm like 5 years younger than hers also. Yeah, I grew up in the same, with the same books and the same whatever. But yeah, it was so much. Goosebumps books were like my jam for I don't know, ages 8 through 12, I was obsessed. So I guess I always, and it's weird because I always thought I would just write like really good feel good stories, but my whole series, yeah, there are feel good moments, but it is very much about the unfairness of life and the fact that we're not as free as we think we are. And um, there's just a very melancholy vibe to my writing because yes, we can really appreciate the rainbows and butterflies parts of life, but there's that underlying fact we live in this matrix that is very melancholy, thrown onto even the most joyous of moments. So like, I mean, the series is called Melancholy Dreams, and the first book is called Melancholy Dreams, and then I've got ideas not set in stone for the word melancholy in the title of the future books in the series. But yeah, so true. Yeah, kids books for me. Not sure about her. She has. Oh, I reread that part. Yeah. Oh, I love kids more as they are so still open to imagination. Yeah, adults are so brave, right? It's so much more easy personally for me to like really vibe with like my kids as friends. Like not like I'm hanging out with like besties or anything, but like to get a conversation started. Like I feel more confident going up to one of my kids' friends and like, oh, like what's your favorite color? Like what do you like watching? Just like starting conversations and getting to know their friends than to walk up to one of the, say those friends' parents and start talking to them. Like that to me sounds so scary. I mean, but if their parents walk up to me, like I have no problem engaging in conversation, but I'm just usually not the one to start it because I'm so like shy around people I don't know and just like socially awkward. I know that sounds weird because I'm right here talking to you guys live, right? But I don't know. It's just me. It's a thing. Watch a Lucy movie. I found it very interesting in a way I felt is related to how you raise your vibration. And then one day just unite with the organic source itself. Oh, I don't think I've seen that movie or even heard of it. Is it like a recent movie? I don't know that I've seen it. I'm going to look it up because I don't even know that I've heard of that. Let me see. Oh, I have heard of this one with Scarlett Johansson. Yes. I've never seen it though, but I think I probably need to see where to find to watch this so I can watch it. Yes. Yeah, indicates the last level of evolution which a human being can attain. Okay, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I need to look into that. It's weird because I thought, like you say, oh, it came out in 2021. I thought the same thing. I thought it was a recent release, like in the last year or two. It says it came out in 2014. That's a Mandela effect for me because distinctly remember hearing about this movie like last year or the year before. It wasn't when Wrigley was born in 2014. Yeah. What? No. Now that you say the Lucy movie, I remember hearing about this with Scarlett Johansson because she's my age. So like anytime I see her in a movie or something, and same with like Natalie Portman, um, Kirsten Dunst. These are all girls. Well, girls. They're women now. They're all born the year I was born. So like, what? No, I swear I thought this came out like 2021, 2022. That's a Mandela effect for me. I don't know. I've been having a lot of weird synchronicities and Mandela effects. Oh, and right as I say synchronicities, the movie Synchronistic or Synchronic shows up right on my feed here. What the heck? Weird. Okay. Enough Googling for tonight. That is so weird. Yeah, I've been having a lot of weird, and I've been seeing things. I know I've told you guys about a few, like, there's no wind, nothing's going on, and this swing, there's these big swings. They're like a big plastic swing that an adult could fit in, and it's got this like plastic bar that comes down and like locks into place, and then you can push someone on that swing. It could be for a young child or even an adult could fit in it though. Like it's huge. And it's heavy though to push. It's like not light. And there's all these normal, like just what you think of when you think of a swing, just a swing with like a rubber seat, just still as day. And this big plastic swing is just swinging like side to side like this, twisting. Not swinging, but like twisting itself. And I'm like, what is happening? There's no wind, nothing else. There's no one in it. There's no one around it. What is happening? And then another time, kind of not too far back, but a little while back, we were driving around. We'd gotten some dinner and we were driving around doing some shopping. And there was this guy, I think he was a homeless guy because he was wearing really dirty clothes. And he was like mid-step and he was an older guy. He wasn't like someone my age or younger. He was probably, if I had to guess, in his 70s. He looked older. Full beard, white hair. And he was just like mid-step with his leg like raised pretty high. And we drove all the way down the block and I'm like watching him, and I'm not driving. So I'm like watching him. My husband's driving and he's just stuck there. Like he's glitched out. And then I'm like, what is happening right now? And everybody else saw him and thought it was weird. And I'm like, let's drive around the block and come back and see if he's still there when we come back. He was. You could be the most balanced person and probably not be able to hold that pose that long. And the whole time, like I was looking at his face, he didn't blink at all. But he was there. It was a person. It wasn't like a cardboard cutout or anything. He was a person. I was like, what's happening right now? But I've seen so many weird things like that lately, and just stuff I see with my eyes. Like, I do see a lot of stuff out of the corner of my eye, and I just always think that spirit, since my awakening. Before I thought I was just going crazy or, oh, it was dust or something. But like stuff I'm seeing now, I almost just feel like it's this reality, like overlaid our reality. Like it's not anything beyond the veil. Like it's in the veil, just in a different density of the veil. I don't even know, but like I'm just feeling like the walls are closing in with certain matrix things. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna go. This was fun. I could just hang out with you guys all day. You know that though. So yes, if you did miss my little announcement at the beginning and you want to get in on that, it's a free live stream I'm going to do. You guys voted you want a live stream, not a Zoom call. So we're going to do a live stream where those that want to participate, bring your tarot deck, bring a journal and a pen or whatever it is you want to capture your cards onto. And we're going to pull cards for our 2024. And the cards that I'm pulling will be for my personal 2024. And if you have your own tarot deck and want to do yours, you can pull your cards and pull a card for January, February, March, one card for each month. Or if you want to do 3, do it your way. I'll probably just pull one card for each month and then a clarifier if I need it here or there. Probably what I'm going to do. And yeah, that's what we're going to do as something I just personally do anyway. And I kind of feel bad that I'm not doing a big like 2024 deep dive pick a card like I normally do every year. So this year we're going to be doing it you'll be following my personal card pulls, but as an example, so like, okay, you pulled this, and like I said earlier too, I think it'll be cool to see if those that are present and participating live, if like say 3 people get the same card on the same month or something, because that could really indicate some big collective energies that we're tuning into. I think it'd just be cool to see what people get. I'm excited to see. So yeah, that will be taking place sometime between the week after Christmas and before New Year's Eve. So it won't be on New Year's Eve. So it'll be either somewhere between the 26th and the 30th. So that's 4-5 days, sometime during the week. Is it, what are you saying here, John? Is it RWS only? What does that mean? I want to answer your question, but I'm not sure what your question is. Let's see. It's definitely cold chocolate now, not hot chocolate anymore. Oh, Rider-Waite-Smith. No, you can use any deck you want. If you have your own personal tarot deck, and I even said those that don't have a tarot deck, there's places you can go online. I think Tanya, my cousin, earlier had said go to the New Age store online, and I think you can do free tarot readings there. Yeah, so where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah. Oh, you don't have to have any specific deck. You can pull any deck that you're feeling personally attuned to in the moment and use that. If you're someone who has multiple decks, if you literally only have one deck, of course you can use that deck. Or if you don't have any decks, you can use the internet. Or if you're really feeling fun, footloose, and fancy free, you can just get, little page flags or sticky notes and write each of the 78 cards out on a piece of paper, and then, maybe do something like this where you fold all those 78 up and then you just pull. I mean, if you don't have a tarot deck, hey, create your own. And if you're unsure of, well, I don't know what all the cards are in the tarot deck, you can Google, what are the major arcanas? Start there. 0 is the Fool, 1 is the Magician, 2 is the High Priestess, 3 is the Empress, 4 is the Emperor, on and on and on. And then you have the Ace through 10 of Pentacles, Ace through 10 of Wands, Ace through 10 of Swords, Ace through 10 of Cups, and then the Page, Knight, Queen, King of all of those suits as well. And that's your 78 cards. So it would be pretty easy to make your own deck out of little pieces of paper or Post-it notes or, I don't know, whatever you want. And then you can draw from those. Or if you have a tarot deck or want to go buy one between now and then, you can do that too. I have a gender bent deck I'm going to use. I've pulled the quarterly cards already, and I'm looking forward to pulling the monthly cards. Yeah. And that's the thing. You can make this however you want. You can do a card for every, and I think I'm going to also break it down into quarters just because I like the Kanban board and like the 90-day planning of quarterly planning. I'm so into that. I still need to do and follow through with my HB90 course that I purchased, a year plus ago now. I need to follow through. I'm also kind of in my own journaling incorporating my personal year number. And if you're unsure how to do that, we kind of talked about that earlier as well, but you can, like for me personally, what you would do is add up your month of birth, your date of birth. So for me, it's 4/28. So 4 plus 2 plus 8 equals 14. Add 1 plus 4 equals 5. And then to that, you will add 8, which is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 for the number for the year 2028. 2028. Ooh, we're skipping 5 years, apparently, guys. 2024, which is an 8. That's where the 8 came in. So add my numbers together. What does it mean? And it equals a 3 when you break it down. But if you end up with an 11, a 22, or 33, that's a master number year. Although 2 years ago I was in an 11, but they kept telling me stuff about the personal year 2. I think it was, yeah, because I'm in a personal year 3 now. So I will be moving into a personal year 4. So yeah, so 5 plus 8 is 13, and then 1 plus 3 is 4. That's how you come to that. You just keep reducing the number until you have a single digit, unless it's 11, 22, 33. Yeah. So I like to know the energy of the year for me personally. And of course, the universal energy we're all going to be dealing with is a universal year numerology of number 8. So there's a lot of forward momentum, financial gain, finally being able to take action after this universal year number 7, 2023. We sure had a lot of good insights and ideas, but it was really hard to implement a lot of that because the year 7 is mostly an introspective, not so much an action-oriented number, but like an introspective, really being receptive to energy kind of number. But then the year 8 is like hit the ground running with all those great ideas and start taking action on them. So you might see a lot of people out there starting businesses next year and, investing money next year. People are popping off and taking action and making moves and making things happen. And of course, according to our personal years, there's a nuance to that gung-ho energy as well. So yeah, I've heard this year is going to bring huge changes for everyone. Yeah, for sure. I feel it. I just feel a big collective shift. I feel like a big collective shift like every 3 days at this point. It just feels like things are changing. But that all being said, I'm going to go. So I probably won't see you guys Friday, which I'm sad. But I will be back Wednesday, and I will definitely be posting a poll on my community tab on this channel. So if you're on your mobile phone device, you should see that just pop up in your regular subscription feed. But if you're on a computer, I think you'll just have to check my community tab, which is kind of a hassle. I just wish they'd put the community posts in with the subscriptions like they do on the mobile devices. But if you're someone who's always on YouTube on a computer, you might just have to go check the community post or community post for poll, I'll be posting what day of the week works best for everybody. And I might just give you 2 days to choose between, like looking at my own personal schedule, of course. And it'll definitely be in an evening, at least mountain time evening. For those in India, it might be very early in the morning, and others of you might just be very, very late at night, something like that. Who knows? Depending what time zone you're in. Yeah, vibration faster. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely raising our vibration fast. Yeah, January or December. Oh, you mean when I'm doing the planning? That's going to be in December before 2024 kicks off. Yep. Yeah, it'll be the week between Christmas and New Year's Eve. So, like 5 days that we have to choose from between then. I'll probably pick an evening or two, probably two, maybe three, whichever ones fit best with the schedule. Well, basketball will be done by then. The kids will be home from school starting the 22nd, so they'll be off and they'll just be home every night. So it would be kind of just the same vibe around here every night during that. So yeah, and if you're busy and you can't make it, hey, that's why we're going to be doing it live so that we can have a replay and you can just jump in when your schedule allows you time to do so. But, if you can join us and can't really get your tarot deck out and do it then, but you just still want to be part of the vibe of us hanging out and doing it, that works too. Yeah. I just know I want to get mine done before the new year. Unlike last year, I was doing it on like January 10th or something. I'm like, I better get this done. And then it was weird because this year I completely forgot about it until like July. And then I revisited my whole, rewording and write outs that I did. And I'm like, oh, wow. Yes, January. Oh, yes, February. Yes, yes. Like I was just so resonant with what actually went down and what happened. I need to check in with it. I think I'm in Justice. It was the Justice card for December for this year, which I definitely am trying to get myself back to that balance after NaNoWriMo. I can't remember what November was. I want to say it was the Queen of Wands energy, which heck yes it was. If I remember correctly. I might have to recheck my journal and find out. Yeah, all cousins' family met in New York last year. Remember when my brother visited? We even took a reading for them. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Oh, they arrive on the 25th and leave on the 1st. Yeah, so they'll be there that whole time of that week. I'm trying to get it figured out. Darn. Well, that's okay. You can totally catch a replay. But yeah, we're gonna be getting it done. So I'm glad you guys are excited about doing that. I was kind of like, do people even want this? I don't even know. Because I don't know. I kind of thought, oh, I'll just do my own personal cards. I could though. I could do just our collective for anybody that just wants to tune into the energy. And instead of it being a pick a card, it could just be everybody. Because I mean, really, let's be honest, this audience is much smaller than even my pick a card channels, right? So it'll probably feel like a personal card pull, but I still want you guys to be able to do your own. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Don't want to miss this. It will be so informative. How to read cards, a different perspective, right? Yeah. Well, even if you're like, taking it, because I know you're on 2 hours ahead of me. So even if you just excuse yourself for the evening to just go relax or something and just listen to it on headphones without pulling cards or anything, you can still be there for it without feeling like you're letting your company down, Got my headphones here. Yeah, migraine, right? Oh, I got a migraine. I gotta go hang out with my friends online. Oh, man. All right, you guys, I keep saying I gotta go, but I probably really should. It's after 9 now, so I'm gonna go wind down for the evening. Sometimes I hang out here and I'm just so like excited and amped up because I've had so much fun with you guys that it takes me a minute to kind of ground myself and actually feel tired. But I'm starting to feel a little tired right now, so maybe I won't have to go an hour before I start feeling that kind of wind down. So that'll be good because tomorrow we have an earlier day because Boston has Thursdays and Fridays before school. He has a jazz band at 7 a.m. before school starts. So it's an early morning for Thursdays and Fridays. So I probably should get going and get winding down so I can get some sleep. All right, you guys, this was so much fun. Yes, good night to you as well, Amber, and everybody else who's still here and kind of hanging out. I know Brandy, Lynn, and John were still here earlier. But yes, I love you guys. This was so fun. And again, I'll probably see you Wednesday instead of Friday. So it'll be about a week. But I will probably be checking in on that community tab. I'm going to actually set my reminder right now for tomorrow morning to get that posted for you guys at some point in the early morning to early noonish for those of you on the East Coast. Yeah, I'll set it for 9 a.m. Mountain Time to remind myself to post in the community tab. Alert at time of event. Let's see. 2024 Tarot event poll on HPTL, Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Okay. It is added to my list. Nope, wrong date. I added it for today at 9 a.m., which has already happened, so we got to fix that. We're changing the date to Thursday, the 14th at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Okay. And I also have my workout tomorrow morning, so I'll just do this right before my workout, and yes, all's good. Okay. That's that. Yes, you guys have a wonderful, lovely evening. Thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I hope to see you back here next Wednesday at regular time, hopefully 6 p.m. Mountain Time on next Wednesday. Won't be here Friday because my mom will be in town most likely. I might pop in, probably not, so don't hold your breath. I want you to still be here for Wednesday. So, and then of course, look for that poll tomorrow at 9. After sometime between 9:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time tomorrow. Yes. All right, guys, much love and bye.